Dad moves into daughter's college dorm and starts a cult on campus. I don't even want to try and wrap my brain around this. I just want to get straight into it because does this dorm not have like a RA or something? The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the host of this show are for authentic, honest, and entertaining purposes. Unless you don't think I'm entertaining. I repeat, this is my opinion. I am not telling you how or what to think or feel, but I do encourage you to speak your mind and have conversations. Just don't do too much. Also, this video is brought to you by Sebastine's Patreon, where you can access over 1,000 videos of exclusive content. If you want to subscribe and support this amazing community, click the link in the description below, and thank you for everything. Enjoy the video.
Bada bing, bada boo.
There's a college in New York called Sarah Lawrence.
Okay.
It is one of the pricier institutions with an $80,000 a year tuition.
Excuse me? 80 thou wow? Oh my gosh.
Their biggest scandal the past few years has been a small fox had been discovered roaming around campus.
Really?
Campus security sent out a school-wide email blast. Beware the tiny, cute, adorable fox.
Huh.
Usually, nothing spectacular happens on campus.
Oh, so this $80,000 a year or $80,000 tuition campus, you telling me the only thing is a damn fox? Bro, at my school, it was like black squirrels like scared people eating all the chicken wings at my school. But you tell a fox. Well, also there were like a couple like shootings at the school, but a fox is the only thing. Okay. All right, bro.
Until 2019, an email blast goes out to much of the college students at Sarah Lawrence. A majority of them get this email. When you open it up, it's just a link to a website.
What?
And it's very strange. The website name is the full name of another classmate of theirs. So imagine yourfullname.com. Weird.
I wouldn't like-
Is she
I wouldn't
sending
like
out
that.
her portfolio? Did she accidentally CC all of her classmates? They click the tiny little blue link
Right.
and they get hit with, "Hi, my name is Claudia and I'm an escort that poisons people to win her mother's love and approval."
Excuse me. What the fuck? What? What?
Is Claudia the name of the website?
Yeah, the
Claudia?
opening page is,
What the
"I
fuck?
poison people and I'm an escort." What the hell is going on? They click one of the tabs at the top
Y'all
and
still
Claudia,
clicking?
their classmate, her advertisement pops up. "You can book experiences with me. Our relationship will be as unique as our interpersonal chemistry. My greatest turn on is to see my partner engaged, connected, thinking, and feeling on a magnitude greater than the norm. A shared journey through experience that leaves us both in awe. Girlfriend services. At its core, what you are considering is the experience of naked desire and all that flows from it. I am
Bro, this collection of words is like really throwing me off. Naked desire. What?
an enthusiastically indulgent, naughty, and eager companion,
Who
eager
did this to
feel
her?
and be felt.
Bro, who did this to her? This don't sound like something that somebody does like for an actual advertisement, bro. Like somebody is doing this to her. Was it the dad?
I'm a very playful woman, blessed with the disposition to shine brightest in the depths of depravity. Dalliances include, but are not limited to, bondage, roleplay, and predicaments. Pricing: 1 hour, $1,500. 2 hours, $2,000. 3 hours, $3,000. 4 hours, $4,000. 12 hours, $7,000. Okay,
This went
it's
to
a
the
little
teachers too?
strange, but to each their own. It's just confusing why she sent this out to all of her classmates. Was she hoping to find clients on campus? I mean, most of her peers, they can't afford rates like this, let alone the fact that it would be kind of awkward booking with someone that they're going to run into class next day. But what was the part that she said about poisoning people? They click another link on their friend's page. There they see a full confession.
What?
"Hi, my name is Claudia, and I would poison one of my closest friends, another student at Sarah Lawrence. I would poison Talia at least once a day and make sure her entire fridge was poisoned. I put mercury on her toothbrush. I began sleeping over in her room more and more frequently to accomplish this goal. I put arsenic and mercury in her..."
Wait. I remember. Oh. I remember this. There's a documentary about this, and I vaguely remember it. It's Talia's dad. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot. No, this is okay. All right, yeah, just keep going. Nope.
This is sent out from who though? From her
Claudia.
email? Oh
this is the most bizarre website that they had ever seen. I mean, one page is dedicated to advertising.
Bro, I deadass forgot about that shit. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna say like finally a bada boom and a bada bing that like I know about, but I would say it's gonna be a little bit deep on a deeper end because that doc, that pissed me off so fucking bad.
Claudia as a sex worker, and then the next page is her admitting to federal crimes. Like, what is going on? Also, why would she poison her close friend and roommate and classmate Talia? Was she jealous of Talia or something?
No, it wasn't. No, I'm sorry, I gotta jump ahead of you. It was not. It was that. Oh my gosh, fuck. Ugh.
Something, but even then, it just doesn't sound like something Claudia would ever do. The classmates start freaking out as they're reading because it gets worse. Claudia mentions that she would even poison beverages at dorm parties.
Bro, what the fuck?
Meaning, who else on campus has she poisoned?
This is crazy.
Wait, there's a video. They click on it, and it's of Claudia sitting on bed. She's fully clothed, chewing a piece of gum, and she looks like she's about to fall asleep. There's a man's voice that can be heard.
Fuck that
Please
man.
talk audibly, Claudia.
Oh.
It's Sunday, March 22nd, 11:20 p.m. I'm going to tell the truth because it's destroying me not to. Claudia admits to not only poisoning her close friend and classmate Talia Ray, but also Talia Ray's dad. Why would Claudia poison her friend's dad? I mean, truly, none of this is making any sense. She says on the video, I put it in your food, I put it on your back, I put it in your shoes, I put it on the handles where you would touch on the bed, I put it in the bathroom, I believe on your toothbrush, I put it on the keys of your laptop. My mom gave me the poison and she would bring it to me.
Bro, okay, so the thing about this, and just something I do want to like, not like, sorry, Stephanie, whoops.
Said that
like not like hyper focus on, but it's just something to think about. When someone makes like a confession, there's always, or not always, when someone makes like a confession, do you guys think you could tell if this confession was forced or this is on their own free will? And not by like free will, like they chose to do it, but like, you know, like the implications of like somebody like forcing or coercing an action. Like, can you guys like tell what it like? I guess the energy of like a certain type of thing in. Sorry, my brain is farting. I'm sorry.
People found out, if people believe you, we were gonna go to jail. We needed to kill you. I didn't hear you. My mom told me to kill you.
I didn't hear you. Yeah, bro. Like, what? I didn't hear you. Like, huh? Like, what?
Sunday, March 22nd, 11:20 p.m.
She looks so tired, bro.
The video statement to say that I
Also, this is from hindsight, so I'm not, like, trying to be, like, mean.
never stopped poisoning Lawrence Ray, Talia Ray, when she was in my proximity, Isabella Pollock, Felicia Rosario. Also, when they were there.
Start from the most current time backwards.
See? Boy, what?
And first, are you making this by your own free will?
Yes.
Anybody pay you?
No.
Anybody threaten you?
No.
Anybody coerce you?
No.
Okay. And you said you want to make this because of what?
Because I just want to make it. I just want to talk about it and tell the truth.
And the whole kill is like, bro, if she wanted to do this on her own free will, she don't need this heavy breathing motherfucker behind the camera saying all this stuff.
Why?
Because it's destroying me not to.
The man on the other end holding the camera is Lawrence Ray, Talia Ray's dad.
Bald motherfucker.
So this is Claudia's friend's dad, but also her cult leader.
Yeah,
this is the case of Lawrence Ray, the man
crazy.
that starts a cult on a college campus, brainwashes his own daughter's friends, turns them into sexual slaves, and starts a multi-million-dollar high-end sex trafficking ring with high-profile clientele in New York City.
It's fucking crazy.
And they send out email blasts?
Yes.
To why?
We're gonna get into it.
Gonna get to it. Don't worry about that, husband. We gonna get to it. Oh my gosh, this is really crazy. Fucking hell, dude. This is. Oh my gosh. That man's voice is so. It just makes me so angry. But I'm gonna try to keep my cool as much as I can.
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support Sanctuary for Families. They are New York's leading NGO for survivors of domestic violence, sex trafficking, and related forms of gender violence. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team of dedicated researchers and translators. We would also like to thank our listeners for your continued support as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates of these causes. Before we get started, today's case does include brief mentions of SA involving adults as well as CSA involving children. There are also themes of self-exit, DV, and gender sexuality-based violence. I would also like to thank Daniel Levin. He's one of the survivors involved in this case who authored a memoir titled Slonim Woods 9. I came across this memoir during our research and I read it from front to back and then I combed through it all over again.
Oh my goodness.
And we do reference a lot of the details, but of course we couldn't include everything, nor would it do the memoir justice. So please pick up a copy of his book. There is no closer deep dive than this memoir. It's also a fantastic resource and deserves all of its praise. Daniel writes so candidly, and I think it's a really important read that can help people understand how these types of cases happen, because at face value, it feels so unbelievable. Lastly, there are many different opinions, discussions, doubts regarding victimhood versus culpability for two young women involved in the case, Isabella Pollock and Talia Ray.
Whoa. Okay, wait, I'm gonna keep it P. I'm going straight off the dock from like my memory of stuff. I remember Daniel in the thing, and I remember these people. These two ladies. I'm gonna try and be as sensitive as possible because like it's a lot of like mind fuckery. You know what I'm saying? And like that's a very sensitive thing to, I guess, like speak about. And I'm saying this as like somebody who like speaks very loudly and sometimes like very brash. So it's like I want to like approach this in not a mean way towards, I would say, the people in this quote unquote cult. So I hope I come off in a way not to do that. That's my, I would say that's my intention, because I'm like slowly remembering all the stuff in the doc. So shout out to Stephanie and shout out to Daniel who authored this. I'm pretty sure there could be a lot more like information in this. So I just don't want to come off crazy as heck. So.
I want to be explicitly clear that we are only here to retell events as they happened, and we did our best to present them in a way that is neutral and unbiased.
Sorry, I can't.
So with that being said, let's get started. Lawrence Ray is friends with the mayor of New York City. He's buddies with the last leader of the Soviet Union, Gorbachev.
Man.
I mean, at the time, arguably, he was one of the most powerful people in the entire world. Larry Ray's got status.
The co-leader?
Yeah.
Knows all these people?
He actually knows all these people. And if Larry Ray's college daughter is having a birthday party, it's not going to be in some frat boy house with cold pizza boxes laying around. He is going to host his precious girl's birthday dinner at the most upscale steak restaurant. The ones that don't even come with steak sauce on the side. Because Talia is daddy's little girl. He would do anything for her. He's going to invite all of her roommates from Sarah Lawrence to join them. The whole dinner's going to be on him. The whole dinner is perfectly set up. Birthday girl Talia is going to get a wad of cash to go purchase the best outfit to eat caviar in, probably from Bergdorf's. Her best friend Isabella is going to be right by her side, and all of her roommates are going to come and celebrate. Daniel, Talia's friend, walks into the restaurant and suddenly his back is straight. Because it's just that kind of atmosphere. You feel like you can't slouch. He's nervously walking his way to the table, and even the air smells expensive. It doesn't just smell like steak, it smells like money with a light hint of cigars. If it wasn't for
gosh.
Larry Ray throwing this party for his daughter, the closest most of these kids would be stepping into an establishment like this was, at the time, probably working in one. There's waiters rushing around in suits that are more expensive than what any of these college students can afford to wear on their most important event.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Going to like an expensive ass restaurant, it's kind of scary. I ain't gonna hold you. In terms, not like petrifyingly scary. It's just like I don't want to look crazy here, and knowing like this is not my cup of tea. Because why I don't want to spend $80 on a steak where I can't even say if I want it medium well or medium rare. They just give me a steak and I just have to like, just be there and accept it. Like it like those places, I don't. It ain't my speed. I guess I'm just not an expensive tasting person. I don't know, man. I'm good with my Outback Steakhouse, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Daniel rushes to take a seat because he's the last one to arrive, and he looks around. It's a small group of mainly just the roommates and Talia's dad, Larry Ray. And the only non-college student there at the table is the dad.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a wine from the list, will you, Daniel?
What
Me?
wine?
There were no prizes on that wine list.
Oh, hell
Daniel
no.
just points to a random wine. He knows nothing about wine. He doesn't even know how much it cost. And the whole thing feels exciting. With Larry there, it feels like they're getting some sort of the best treatment that the restaurant has. They barely wait for extra truffle butter. It just magically appears on the table. Normally, the roommates are, even though they're really close friends, they're a little bit awkward. So just the way that Larry is able to flow the conversation so that everybody feels included, it's the perfect night.
Mm-hmm.
Talia, sweetie, what do you want for your birthday? I guess I wish for everyone to be happy.
Aw.
This is what I always wish for. All of you guys have been through so much. Isabella, my best friend, has been through such hard times, but we're all together now. And I want the world to be fixed. I want everyone in the world to be better, to be happy. And I want more people to think clearly and look at the world logically and find clarity.
Interesting.
Larry's got tears in his eyes and Daniel's smiling. And then he freezes.
What?
Because under the table, Daniel feels someone rubbing their leg against his, slowly up and down his leg. It's feeling natural.
I don't remember this in a documentary. What the fuck?
With someone's rubbing Daniel's leg?
Yeah, playing
With their
footsie with
hand?
him. No, with their leg, just seductively running it up and down his leg. His
With their
eyes,
feet?
yeah,
Ah.
his eyes shoot up in the direction that it's coming
Touching
from.
my leg, bro.
It's Isabella,
Oh.
Talia's best friend. She holds his eye contact, giving him this long stare, and then she slowly stands up, not breaking eye contact. Excuse me, I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay.
Daniel is confused, but he thinks he gets the message, right? She wants him to follow her to the restroom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff in the doc there's gonna be a bunch of stuff in here that I probably have forgotten. But I'm not somebody who catches hints. Just playing footsies with me. I don't know. It's probably a table that's too close together. Cause why you touching my leg with your foot? I'm not that. No. And you get up, go to the bathroom. Well, see when you get back. I probably sound like a terrible person to be with.
gets up from his seat and as nonchalantly
Right.
as possible, he tries to excuse himself as well. Same. But
Oh,
the whole thing is a little weird. He couldn't wait. Both of them had to use the restroom at the same time. I mean, he can feel everyone staring at him.
Oh, my
What does this
goodness.
even mean? He nervously approaches the restroom, and there Isabella is just standing, leaned up against the wall. She
Okay.
doesn't even say a word. She walks towards the restroom, the private restroom, pushes it open, and motions for him to get in. After a while, they both leave the restroom, straighten out their clothes, and start making their way back to the table.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how much time has passed, but it is enough for everyone to know what they did. It's not that hard to put two and two together. They're even walking back together. They look kind of disoriented. I mean, what's their excuse? Is anybody going to say
music, bro.
anything? How long were they gone? They look down, and there's finished dessert plates sitting around, so they've
Damn
been
it.
gone for a while.
Wait, hold on. Damn. Everybody ate the steak and everything. Y'all just getting to the dessert? Y'all finished y'all dessert too? Oh my gosh.
Wait, the whole meal is done?
Yeah, pretty
Bro,
much.
Wait,
what?
so they didn't eat the food?
I think they ate a little, and then they
Oh.
left,
Oh.
and the whole meal is done. But
Excuse me. No, ain't no none of bro. But I'll be hot. I'll be hot, bro. I over here trying to have my back straight and everything, eating some steak like this. the steak and wine, picking the wine. I'm over here picking the wine. And you over here rubbing my leg to go back to the gym. Bro, can I finish my food, yo? It's not like I just got a damn porterhouse. Like, what? First off, I need to check to see if there's actually like a little pink in the middle and everything. Ain't you supposed to like swish the wine around yet? Did I swish the wine yet? Can we wait? Like, obviously this is gonna probably be my first time doing this. I'm sorry.
As they're taking their seats, nobody says anything. Nobody asks. Nobody comments. Isabella just plops back down in between Talia and Larry Ray, and she seems so totally at ease. But Daniel, he's shifting uncomfortably in his seat. The whole thing is awkward, considering Isabella is Talia, the birthday girl's best friend, and this is her very expensive birthday dinner. But Isabella is also the birthday girl's potential new stepmom. She's Larry Ray's newest wife. Quote.
This was not in doc. Oh my gosh, what the fuck?
The girl who just went to the restroom
what?
with Daniel is actually
Talia Ray's best friend. She's a college student. But now she's dating Talia's dad. She's dating her best friend's dad.
Right. But she just went to the restroom with a different boy.
Yes, while Larry Ray is just sitting there.
Knowing damn well what just happened.
Yeah, he's staring at Daniel across the table, and it looks like he knows what happened in the restrooms, but it also looks like he likes it.
Oh, okay.
Daniel's nearly choking on his coffee at this point. I mean, the whole coffee meeting with Larry Ray has felt like a fever dream. The two of them are sitting in this jam-packed coffee shop in New York City. Baristas are screaming people's names. The coffee grinder is going off, just whirring every 2 seconds. And Larry Ray, bald, 50-year-old Larry Ray, is asking Daniel in public, in front of everyone, tell me what you're working with, and I'll tell you whether it's small or not.
You gonna ask me in front of all these people what my meat look like?
Larry's got his hands in front of him and he's moving them towards each other and then away from each other, raising his eyebrows. It's just so uncomfortable. He's asking Daniel how long his private part is.
This is weird.
I mean, this can't be real life right now, right? This whole coffee meeting feels like something that you see in a badly written sitcom. I mean, ever since they got there, Larry's been ordering Daniel around. Danny this, Danny that. Danny, grab the coffees, won't you? Danny, get some half and half for me. Daniel hates when people call him Danny. But for some reason, when Larry demands something of him, he just gets up, autopilot mode, grabs the coffees, grabs the half and half. And right now, he's staring into Larry Ray's eyes, which is kind of unsettling because Larry's eye whites are impossibly white. When he gets excited or mad, his whole face turns red, and then his eye whites are just shining, almost glow in the dark.
He looked like Tony Soprano from The Sopranos. That's what I thought he looked like. I don't like this guy. I'm gonna be honest. No.
Daniel finally gives in, leans in, and tries to quietly tell him the size.
Oh, gosh.
Larry does not return the favor and whisper. Instead, he's just letting his voice boom through the whole cafe. Dan, that's normal. Not a problem at all. What matters most is how you use it. What about Isabella? You ever slept with her?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, what? No, never. Why not? She was around all the time, wasn't she? You think she's good looking, don't you?
Yo.
Wait, didn't Daniel sleep with, was it Isabella?
Yeah, so this is before.
Oh, this is prior to the
what?
meal.
This is like his first time meeting Larry Ray, really.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. Okay. Oh, sorry. From what I remember, also just trying to try to figure out what the timeline is. From what I remember, I didn't hear nothing about like stepmom and none of that. What I am coming off of is that he was literally just like lying to everybody.
Having a conversation with Larry Ray.
This shit gets crazy.
And the whole thing is weird. It's like a staring contest. Larry might as well take out his eyeballs and dangle them in front of Daniel because it feels like some sort of test or something. Daniel just can't stand it anymore. He just blurts out, well, I'm working on trying to understand my sexuality. Oh, well, I can tell you right now, you're not gay. You don't have small privates. You just need to relax. Trust me.
Who the fuck he think he is, boy? Like, you're definitely not like, huh? How you gonna tell? You know what?
I'm professionally trained to evaluate people, to walk around inside of their minds. That's super easy for me, you know? I want to use that to help you, okay? Would you like that? Something in Daniel does kind of want help just because it sounds so easy. Larry would come into his mind, fix all of his problems. I mean, why wouldn't you say yes, right? It would just make your life easier. It'd be so quick for all these big, complicated feelings to just disappear.
I just want to say, y'all, if somebody don't please try your hardest not to fall into somebody's charisma or like words. Like if I would probably say, like, if somebody says, I'm professionally trained to just get into your mind and just walk around there, but I will do it. I will do it to help you. I'm just like speaking for me. Anybody can talk up a big game about whatever, but that don't mean that they are like, they like practice what they preach or they walk the walk that they talk. You feel me? Like if somebody's like good with their words, to me, that's a red flag because there's a lot of people who latch on to people's words and just like believe them. It's just like the way that they say something. Say, please be careful. If somebody is like the best speaker, it's like, oh well, you speak very, very well. But please don't try to fall for everything that they say. Ain't nobody that good. Okay? Ain't nobody that good. Heck no, ain't nobody that good at all. Fuck, I hate this Lawrence dude.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Now let's get out of here. Daniel looks up. The entire coffee shop is closing up. They had been there for almost 6 hours.
Bro, what?
They walk out onto the dark street and the air feels chilly. And right there, parked on the street, is a full-sized limousine. The long ones.
The long
Come on,
ones.
get in.
PT
Daniel
Cruiser
hesitates.
the long way.
He ducks his head to peer inside the limo. And inside, 4 of his roommates are sitting there and giggling. Had
This
they
is
been
scary.
waiting for 6 hours for them to be done in the coffee shop? They stop mid-sentence. They look at the guy. Well, how did it go? It went really, really well. The roommates in the limo, they're glancing at each other. It's like they know something Daniel doesn't know. Like he just joined a secret little club just now with this coffee date.
That sounds
Larry
so
urges
weird,
him to get in the
bro.
back. Now, what do you guys all say? Shall we get some dinner? I mean, who can say no to coffee? Who can say no to a limo ride? And who can...
Bro, I understand. Saying no to coffee or like going to a coffee shop is one thing, but being there for 6 hours. Oh my gosh. And then you go to the limousine and all my classmates is here. I don't even like going to a let out after a party, bro. Why we still gotta go other places? Can I go home and go to sleep? Police.
say no to a dinner with friends? This would be the start of the Sarah Lawrence College cult that operates under the radar, even on campus, and stays active for 10 years.
Which is
Videos
crazy.
would be uncovered, and
Bro,
one of them
oh
is
my
of
gosh.
Daniel standing in front of Larry. His body language looks completely detached. He's just standing there in his red shirt, staring blankly at Larry, who's standing out of view of the camera. Now, Dan, you're trying to pull back now, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. He nervously shoves his hands in his pockets. He's a full-grown college student, but his body language is like a child being scorned by an abusive parent or something. Larry grabs a steel wrench and uses the blunt side of it
please
to
don't show-
wrap around Daniel's neck and yanks him towards his face. They are now standing, faces just inches apart from each other. Larry, please, I'm being honest. Give me your tongue. Stick it out. Stick your f***ing tongue out. In the back, you can hear a girl giggling. Larry takes a wrench, squeezes it shut on Daniel's tongue, and starts pulling him closer to him. His whole body language is flinching. His shoulders are up. He's just trying to follow the wrench to avoid more pulling on his tongue. But Larry notices, and as punishment, he starts pulling the wrench up, forcing Daniel to get on his tippy toes unless he wants his tongue ripped apart. And
Okay. It also gets even worse. Like, I don't want to be one of those people that be like, oh, why didn't they do this or why didn't they do that? Like, trying to like wrap my head around how not grown, but like people, sometimes when people are like being introduced to a crazy story like this, some people can't grasp the fact that just because they're a certain age does not mean that they can be immune to, lack for a better term, mind control and abuse. Like, just because you're just because you're 25 don't mean that you can't get sucked into some shit that you didn't even know at the time, and by the time you figure it out, you're too far gone. Like, people's minds don't just like it, just like lock the fuck up. Like, everybody's different, and there are people who can fall victim to somebody's words. Like, this is what I'm saying, and it's like it honestly, seeing people while she said it's a internet debate about this, is that, and the third. I don't know what the internet debate is, but I can assume it's probably going to be, oh, why did they do this? Why did they do da 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 da? Bro, it can be weird, but anything is possible, yo. Like, ugh.
In this very calm, menacing voice, Larry threatens Daniel. Next, it's gonna be the head of your cock. Do you understand?
Oh, that's so.
Next, it's gonna be the head of your cock.
Yo, that's a weird threat, bro. Like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh.
See this? How it feels? What if I pick you up like that by your privates? I'm gonna pick you up by your tongue. You think I'm playing with you right now? You're a grown man. I'm a grown man.
Larry right now is torturing Daniel.
And
you can't even, he over here using I'm a grown man, you're a grown man. No, nigga, you are a grown man who has these powers that you learn from where you learn them from. And you are literally preying on college students who are literally trying to find themselves in, another lack for a better term, very vulnerable. Just because you're a grown man don't mean shit, you 47-year-old bald piece of shit. Like, no, that's not how that works. That's literally not how that works. Just because there's somebody's a grown man doesn't mean that they're on the same, I guess, level or wavelength like you. Like, I bet you, were you getting threatened by the head of your cock? Like, no, you probably weren't. Like, what are you like? I'm a grown man, you're a grown. Like, I hate that shit, bro. Like, oh, just because I'm a man, that don't mean. Like, if we just doing this grown man shit, what would happen if I just get one of these wrenches and just stab the fuck out of your stomach and kill you? Oh, you're a grown man. You should be able to withstand me stabbing you in your fucking stomach or cutting some bacon off your back. Like, what are we doing? Like, no. Oh my gosh.
This is really all it took. He's so good at getting into people's minds.
Yeah.
He ends up it's yes to a coffee date, yes to a limo ride, yes to a dinner. And then suddenly he is in full control of all these people.
And then he just starts tripping out. Like, what the fuck? Like, ugh.
To the point where he can do whatever he wants with them. He lets go of Daniel's tongue, but slams a mallet straight into his stomach.
Oh,
he briefly yelps out in pain before very quickly, almost too quickly, he straightens out his back. Yes, I hear you. Larry holds his face right up to his. Listen to me. Don't fuck around. Tell the truth. Next thing getting split is your dick and balls. Now apologize to everybody right now. Just like in the limo, Daniel turns and his college roommates are sitting there watching and waiting for a response. And by this point, it would be too late for Daniel. Because once Larry has you, there is almost no escape.
For real, bro.
You know those people that make one thing their entire personality? Listen, I'm not judging them, but Talia's Ray thing is kind of a mood killer. It's kind of a party killer. It doesn't matter who she's with, where she is. It would be in the middle of a frat party, and they're playing beer pong. There's couples making out, rubbing up on each other in the corner of the room, and Talia would be half screaming over the music, "My dad's a truth teller." He's been silenced by a group of powerful, vindictive men. He's been sent to prison for his heroic efforts to save me and my youngest sister from an abusive mother, and his incarceration is the result of a deep-seated government corruption.
You know, I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't like this for real talking about my people, but I'd be very intrigued in speaking about like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. That I probably have done this before. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause I just love learning stuff and telling people about the stuff that I learned. You really gotta. It's like a time and a place thing, you know. And also, I don't even think people will be hearing. They drunk. Like, it's just, and it's a lot of noise. You learn a lot when you grow up, bro.
Everyone in the circle is staring at her, frozen, mouths open. They're holding up a beer. What is going on right now? This is so strange. Like, read the room. Talia did not. She would keep going. My dad used to do push-ups with me sitting on his back, and I would come into the room whenever he was having these meetings, and it didn't matter who it was with or what he was doing. Honey boy, that's what I call my dad, would let me come on his back whenever I wanted. I would ask him to do push-ups while I sat on him, and he would do it.
All right, for sure.
One of those friends at a party said about Talia, pretty much the first thing and only thing she ever talked about, whenever it was her turn to talk, is my dad this, my dad that. Even at parties where we're just trying to have fun. Like, that's when it started to get weird. Listening to Talia talk about her dad would evoke two very strong feelings. Either, am I high right now? Or do I need to be high to listen to this? That's it. Otherwise, if you try to listen to her completely sober, you would need to grab a journal, a pen, because there's so many people, so many timelines, so much going on in the very complicated, twisty life that is Lawrence Ray.
It's like somebody trying to explain Attack on Titan to somebody who doesn't like watch anime. From start to finish.
AKA Talia's daddy.
Is she like idolizing the dad? Is she just...
It's crazy. She's obsessed, idolizing. Lawrence Ray, Larry Ray, that's what the Marines would call him, Larry. He was very important as a Marine during his time. He worked hand in hand with the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency. You've never heard of the DIA? Mm-mm. It's an intelligence agency. It's kind of like the CIA, but it's for the military.
With a D.
Yeah. Anyway, he was friends with some of the highest ranking generals in the Marines. Do you even know the ranking system? Let me break it down. The highest rank in the Marines is a general. From there are tiers to this, the highest of the high being a 4-star general. Do you know how hard it is to achieve? There have only been 75 4-star generals in the history of the Marines.
Wait a minute.
In the history.
Wait, what if, oh my gosh. What if, and I just thought about this right now. What if her doing this was to prep people who are going to see him on campus? And so, say, when he does eventually like come into the dorm, people are like, oh my gosh, we got Mr. McMilitary Man here, so we need to do whatever he says. Like, what if that was actual like a prepping? Like speaking about this man ad nauseum, so when he actually like shows up, either it's just like, oh well, he's obviously important, or are we just supposed to like just kneel and just start fucking licking his balls and shit like this? Like I don't know.
There can only be 60 generals in the Marines at any given time. Larry was friends with the most of the powerful generals. Okay. One of them being a 3-star general in the Marines that asked him to help with him in missions down in Cuba. But after the Marines is when he joins a different type of boys club, Wall Street. So everybody needs to listen up. He starts working as a consultant on Wall Street, not just hanging out, but advising incredibly influential, powerful military buddies, politicians, business owners. He would host these political fundraisers, sometimes for big names like Patrick Kennedy, which really kickstarted his political journey. Yeah, Larry Ray was friends with Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City, and also a former Trump associate. Friends with the New York Police Commissioner, Bernie Kerik, and perhaps the biggest fish Larry knew was Gorbachev, the last leader of the Soviet Union.
Quick question. If y'all were in this situation, what would y'all do? There's like a couple things that I don't really like care for is when people I would say care for in certain types of context. Like for me is someone idolizing and worshiping somebody who knows or who rubs shoulders with the people of like the government and stuff like that. Because first off, I don't even know who these people are. So to me, I'm just thinking like, okay, so your dad knows all these people. All right, for sure. Now what? Like it kind of reminds me of like those movies where like the main character or like something like supporting character takes the main character to a party, and the party is like it's whose party? What was I watching? Is it like the party is run by this big celebrity, and like I'm just like these people are just like people, but they have power. Okay, cool. Now what? Like now what? Like what am I supposed to do with this information? Like I'm just supposed to know this? Okay, what? Like I got an exam in the morning. Why am I getting this whole diatribe of more information while I'm trying to learn to study something that's not even on the study guide?
Arguably, like I said, one of the most politically powerfully connected people of all time.
That's coming from the daughter?
Yeah, and it's actually true.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's calling him Larry Ray?
She calls him a mixture of dad, daddy, honey boy, and Larry Ray.
And also stuff like this doesn't matter to people who are not in the field. That's how I think of it. Like if I'm not doing like political stuff, why would I care? Like, bro, I'm into like creative writing, dude. Or like I'm like a sociology major or some shit. Like, or I'm a fashion design major. What is this going to do for me? And I'm saying this as like after like the first time, because it seems like Talia is literally, she just keeps talking about her dad. So it's like after like the 5th time, it's like, hey, I have insert major here that's unrelated. Why would I need to know this? Why? Like at this point, it's like I'm done being nice because I love to like listen to people when they speak because I like when people like, you know, actually give a fuck about what I'm talking about. But if I'm saying the same shit 6 times to the same people, I wouldn't really be that sad that they just like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, cuz you said this 5 times. I heard you the first time and the third. I heard you so much that I'm going to hear you the 8th time before you even get to 7. Okay? I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't be mad because like I just keep saying the same story.
Yeah, so like these are the types of stories that she would tell in the dorm rooms.
And he was friends with all the generals as well?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, general
Are we
friend.
going to find out how?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just unhinged. Because, I mean, Larry helped end the Kosovo War. Apparently, he helped negotiate it, which resulted in NATO. Yeah, NATO sending him a letter personally thanking him for his contributions. Like, how insane is that? The roommates would just be standing in the kitchen in their pajamas. Their eyes are still adjusting to the light. They just woke up. They're so hungover from last night's party. Wait, Talia, I was just trying to grab a bottle of water. I was just asking if you wanted one. Oh, no thanks. Have you heard of the Gambino crime family? My dad was an FBI informant for... It would just never end. She was like a motion sensor camera. If she saw you in her path, in her line of sight, and God forbid you make eye contact with her, she's going to open her mouth in slow motion, and you would just know either you better come up with a crazy excuse to get out of there, or you're going to be sitting there listening to the very long, very complicated life story of a middle-aged bald man, Talia's dad.
And imagine he spawns in the fucking dorm. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk so much. Him coming into the dorm just really was like fucking with me because it just reminds me back when I was in college and it's just all these people in the fucking room just making all this noise while I'm trying to study and shit. Like, oh my gosh.
So where is he? Does he visit? Oh, he's in prison. So how the hell does this man who works with the CIA, the CIA, the FBI, all the 3-letter acronyms, how the hell does he end up in prison? If you were to ever ask a question like that, you better sit down because it's going to take another few hours.
It's like when you press the wrong button on a game and now you're just in a side quest that you have to finish to go continue your main objective. And then that side quest is just it's so like intricate. It's so intricate that you just fall into another rabbit hole of the game where you forget the main objective. And it's hard as shit for no reason. Like, I don't...
The story starts once upon a time with a man named Bernie Carrick, the police commissioner of New York City at the time. He was the police commissioner when 9/11, the tragedy, happened. He was also best friends with Larry Ray. Well, long story short, let's just say Bernie opened up a bit too much. And Larry knew a tad bit more than he was supposed to about 9/11. Things that the public should not be privy to. And unlike Bernie, Larry wasn't going to stand for that because he's a what? A truth teller.
He's
exactly.
a what?
Unfortunately, that put a giant target on his back. Powerful people, I'm talking degrees of power that we can't even fathom possessing, were after Larry. Bernie Carrick, Rudy Giuliani, and then President of the United States of America at the time, George W. Bush, and his Vice President, Dick Cheney. Yeah. They first tried to ruin Larry's reputation in his life by going after the ones that meant the most to him, his 2 daughters. They made sure that Larry lost custody. They made sure that the girl's abusive mother, Teresa, had custody. And when Larry broke that custody agreement by going to see Talia to make sure that she's okay, they threw him in prison. Which is smart, because now when he comes out of prison, whatever he says is just going to be, do you hear this guy? He sounds like a butthurt felon, a conspiracy theorist against the system because it didn't work out for him. I guess you could call it a very bad situation of a whistleblower case. 30 minutes from Times Square, there's the...
Imagine how much shit that he told Talia growing up for her to recite this every time she sees somebody. Like, imagine all the information being told. Oh my goodness.
This bubble. You step inside and it's like being transported into this cute little whimsical village. It's Rosewood from Pretty Little Liars. That's what it feels like. It's a...
Oh, she watched Pretty Little Liars too? I still can't finish that shit. I don't know who the fuck A is, and fuck Ezra. Fucking PDF file.
Its own little world. That's the Sarah Lawrence College bubble. The students in attendance there would say, and this is according to them, most of the students there are maybe the kids that were outcast in high school, the nerdy ones, or the artsy types. In Slanham Woods 9, an on-campus townhome, there are 8 students living in the 8-bedroom building. The 8 roommates are Talia Ray, a.k.a. Larry Ray's daughter, the one who can't stop foaming at the mouth to talk about her dad.
You say 8-bedroom?
Yeah.
Also, there's one dorm room with 8 bedrooms. Okay.
That's a big ass dorm.
I mean, honestly, aside from Talia's slightly unsettling obsession with her dad, Talia's pretty normal. She's very pretty. She's brunette, got these big doll-looking eyes. She's probably the most unique out of her roommates. Okay. The other 7, they're really busy during sophomore year trying to find themselves. Talia Ray already found herself. She already knew what she was going to do with her life. She was going to go to law school and help whistleblowers like her dad. That was her whole life mission. It's since day 1. She was a little bit intense at times, but you have to admire her drive. Then you have Talia's best friend, Isabella. She is the complete opposite of Talia. She's not close with anybody else in the house except Talia. She's super shy. I mean, that's one way to put it. One roommate would put it this way. She's a social recluse. I mean, she hides a lot. She hides in her room. She hides with her hand.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with hiding in your room, bro. Sometimes people just don't want to be outside in the dorm. Okay.
She always hides behind her hair that's hanging in front of her face. She really only had one friend, Talia. That's it. So we have Daddy's little girl, Talia, super shy Isabella, and then Santos. Santos is Talia's boyfriend. Everyone describes him as being the puppy of the friend group.
The puppy.
Everyone who knew him said he really does kind of behave like a puppy. If he was happy, you would see it. If he was sad, you would see it on his face. There was almost an innocence to Santos. And like a puppy, he would kind of just trail after Talia. Whatever she's doing, Santos is doing. So we got Daddy's little girl, Talia, super shy Isabella, sweet Santos, and now Claudia. Claudia is like the one from the beginning of the story. Right. She is a true artist of the friend group. Her room is probably the messiest. She has a very chaotic way of thinking, which can sometimes be overwhelming, but other times she just has these creative moments where crazy things happen. And just like every good artist, she always looks like she's going through it. She looks like a tortured soul, in a sense. Daddy's girl Talia, super shy Isabella, sweet Santos, artist Claudia, and then Daniel. This is one of the key people in today's episode, but also the author who wrote the memoir that was an invaluable source for today's episode, so keep that in mind.
Daniel's
He's also
POV,
in Slanham Woods, and so is his girlfriend, Raven. Raven is kind of the unofficial 9th resident. She does not have her own room, but she's always in Daniel's room, so practically she's living there at one point.
Also, Raven was talking her shit in that documentary.
That makes 5 roommates. There's still 3 more. Right. Gabe, Max, and Juliana. They are not the focal point of today's episode because they'll eventually break away from this group. All because of one question. This is what triggers all of this. This is what starts it all. Guys, do you guys mind if my dad stays with us for a few nights?
Man, fuck no.
He's getting out of prison finally. And
no, this is not a... No.
He needs a place to crash before he finds his own. The 7 roommates and an unofficial roommate, Raven, they're all kind of staring at Talia.
Bro, I'm sorry.
you may call me an asshole before she even says, "Hey, do y'all mind if my dad?" Fuck no. We can't have because you doing all this stuff about how this man is so damn near the Lord above. You talking to him, you talking to big game. Now we gotta have two of y'all speaking? Two of y'all? Two of y'all that are literally interlinked with information. I'm sorry, Talia. I'm just talking about me if I was in the situation or how I would think that I would come off. I probably would have just like gone to my room and closed the door. But in hindsight, I probably would have said something. It would have been a big ass fuck no. Like why would I want to? To all my people who I guess went through college or are going to college, who went through college or are in college, have y'all ever like been in your dorm and people are just over your place? Like don't get me started about the people who refuse to lock their doors, because there's a lot of those people. Or maybe that was just my school where people just didn't want to lock their doors and niggas was just used to come in and out this place. Everybody just be a different person just spawning into the server. Just spawning into the server. Like or say like, bro, oh my gosh, this isn't about me, but I just had to get this off. The worst thing that I hated when I was like in school, because like, I keep saying I worked at news and company. I hated when I came home from a long day of slaving over a hot fire, cooking noodles for people for 11 hours. I come home smelling like noodles, and I walk inside thinking I'm just going to just walk in a quiet dorm, go to the right, go to my room, close the door, get ready to take a shower and everything, go lay down, go watch some of my YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Probably get on a game or something. And I go in, and the whole living room is filled with so many people. Sorry. The coffee. My bad. And me thinking I'm finna have a nice night of me calming down. No, my cortisol levels are rising to the roof, because when I see me walk, when I'm seen walk in, hey, come over here. Don't let the music be loud. Please, I beg. Go to another dorm. Why do you have to come to this one? Why do you have to be at this one? I just want to lay down. I can't even sit on my own fucking couch. Now imagine this big ass bear of a man is just in there. I don't even know what he's probably gonna. Well, he's gonna be doing a lot of shit. That's why before you even say anything, fuck no. Go somewhere else. Why you have to come here?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's just a few days until he can find his own place.
A few days will turn into a few weeks, and will turn into a few months, into a couple years. Be careful when somebody says that. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful. That's it. I'm being a little bit more dramatic, but like, you never know. Honestly, you never know what may happen.
Could possibly go wrong.
Everything.
Is a dorm like a house or
a townhome? Townhouse, yeah.
And there's 8 different rooms in this house?
It's kind of crazy. It's on campus. The edge of campus.
Also, I apologize for that mini rant. I had like a little mini trigger, because in college, that was like the first time I was like living with people, and the amount of stuff that happened, I can't. Oh my gosh. You know what? There was this one time where you know how like y'all ever been with somebody that doesn't know how to do like dishes, or just like doesn't give a fuck about dishes for real? I'm not saying no names, but I was in a dorm with people who did not give a fuck about dishes. You know the people that say just let them soak, and you just let them soak they just let them soak for the next week. And me and my best friend, we were literally like, bro, we not cleaning up no other niggas' mess, bro. But it got to the point where those people that left the stuff, they were inviting ladies to the dorm. My grandmama always told me, don't be no dirt ball, okay? And I just felt, and mind you, I think one of them was my friend, but like they were there for them. How would you feel if you walk into somebody's place and it just smells like funk and monk because they're dishes that are damn near overflowing and it stink. Me and my best friend, we had to clean that shit up with them, the ladies that they invited. I'm over here apologizing, and it's not even my dishes. I don't even cook like that. I don't even cook. I'm sorry. I don't like nastiness, man. Let's keep going. Some people, you really don't know how like people are. Like you really don't know how people live. And I would say shout out to college because you are introduced to like different people from different walks of life. But I'm not gonna lie to you. One thing that if you are the let it soak type of person, please don't just let the whole shit just overflow with nasty dishes and y'all acting like y'all can't smell that shit. Like why is there fish and burger smell in the damn sink? Oh my gosh.
Greatest day of Talia's life arrives. This is the one that she's been waiting for the past 2 years of college. I mean, it's a pretty uneventful day for everybody else at Slanham Woods. The door to Slanham Woods 9, the townhouse, slams open. Talia screams, jumps up, starts booking it towards the door, and then she's jumping almost in midair into her dad's arms. 50-year-old Larry Ray is not what everyone was expecting. I don't know, you hear Marines parachuting, doing missions. He sounds like James Bond, so you're expecting James Bond.
I ain't gonna lie, I would imagine Ray look exactly like that. Not everybody come back from the Marines looking all pristine and proper. Some of them be fucked up. And Larry looked like the Kingpin from Spider-Man. Like the one in the cartoon movie, the animation joint, Into the Spider-Verse, that one or whatever that one. He looked like that. The one that's like this, bald, and his back is like that. He looked like that to me.
But he looks like a dad. He's on the shorter side. I mean, I guess more so average height. His head is very cleanly shaven, like a boiled egg. It was practically sparkling in the sun, like somebody greased it. His neck was almost as thick as his head. His little chest hairs are sticking out of his polo shirt. The way that he wears his shirt, it's tight in all the places that make his quote pudgy frame look intimidating. And even though he's short, he's the type of man that makes you feel like you're looking up at him when you talk to him, even though you're looking down.
Oh, I didn't know he was short. I thought he was tall. Okay.
He has this really strange presence. He honestly looks like he could have been part of the mob, especially now. He's standing there holding his daughter in his arms, and there's two people standing behind him. One is an Asian man wearing a pinstripe suit with a ponytail that comes down to his back.
Wait, he came with reinforcements? Wait, huh?
And the other is a young, quote, tan, sharp-edged man that Larry introduces as a Marine.
Okay.
Now, each one of these three men, they shake hands with every single roommate. It felt very adult and massively out of place at Sarah Lawrence.
Okay.
Hello, nice to meet you. We've heard such great things about you, Mr. Ray.
How old are the two men, the Asian man and the other man?
The other man, the Marine, is about the same age as the college students, 20. The Asian man is like in his 50s as well.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, very strange. Everybody's upbeat and polite except Isabella, who is just standing off to the side. There is never any emotion on her face, which is nothing new for her. She usually has the type of expression that doesn't particularly welcome people to start a conversation with her. But Larry doesn't care. He immediately swings his arm around Isabella, almost startling her.
Fuck.
Thank you for being a friend at all when she needed you. He looks at the rest of the group and smiles. Now let's make you some real food.
So you're not going to introduce these two people that y'all here? Like what? Y'all ever watch like Abbott Elementary and see what was his name, Gregory? How he just be looking at the camera. Have y'all ever hear something and you just like when I just be doing this, like here? Imagine there's no camera and you're just is this real? Is this real?
That night, they would eat steak for dinner. Freshly grilled filet mignon, courtesy of Larry Ray.
Okay.
The first few weeks of Larry Ray in the house...
I ain't gonna lie to you. If he come to the dorm after my resounding fuck no, and he cook up a steak and clean up after, he might be able to stay a couple days. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna be that mean. Okay, it's not that many people who come out of prison who are able to whip up a filet mignon steak. So maybe I probably would have felt very very bad because I was like having prejudice. But in hindsight, I don't give a fuck because this shit goes crazy. I'm just trying to like just follow what's going on here.
Talia's dad was honestly nice. I mean, despite the fact that everyone was under the impression that he was just gonna stay there until he found his own place, which, I don't know, would probably take like a week or two max. If you ignore all of that, it was kind of nice having him in the house.
Because he was cleaning
up. There was
up.
always food. Nobody was hungry. He would put on one of Talia's pink frilly aprons to do the dishes. The whole place was always super clean when Larry was around. I mean, this is super nice change. This is a group of kids that wanted to buy these. This is a real idea they had before Larry Ray came. They wanted to buy bags of sand, pour them into the kitchen floor, and turn it into a beach.
Yeah, I don't remember this. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sorry. I would be out this. I would need a transfer out this dorm. Why the fuck?
What?
Yeah, so
I've never heard that before.
it was a lot cleaner. It was pleasant.
Wait, there was actual. So they actually like went into that. Wait, they actually put sand in the kitchen for real?
Kind of felt like home. Not in the cheesy way, not like, oh, daddy's home, it feels like home. But you would walk into the building and there would be smell of fresh cooked vegetables baked in the oven, asparagus and steak. There'd be music playing. And unlike most dorm setups where you go in and you're like, oh, someone's eating steak, that smells so good. You'd walk into the kitchen and Larry, this former Marine, has this cute little pink apron on. Come, sit, did you eat? Eat with us, come on. It's like a little family, and then you sit down and you just get dinner. You get dinner and a story, actually.
Oh my
While
gosh.
they ate, he would tell them stories about his work as an international CIA operative and how he...
Oh my gosh. Oh, no amount of steak is gonna make me want to hear these fucking stories. Oh, now I lost my appetite. Now he need to go. I don't want to hear these damn stories. Like, you say something else? Do you know how to shoot a basketball? Do you know how to throw a perfect spiral? Like, damn. Do you know what a pick and roll is? Can somebody talk about something else? I don't give a fuck about all this stuff. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah.
He recovered Stinger missiles off the black market and
That's crazy.
engineered the ceasefire in the Kosovo War. I mean, it's so nice. It does take a little bit of a getting used to that Talia calls her dad honey boy and he calls her honey girl, but it's kind of cute after a while, right? Now, Daniel comes home late one night, and the minute he steps into the townhome, he spots the white styrofoam containers that are stacked up in the kitchen.
Okay.
Ever since Larry got here, they always have an endless supply of lasagna and Italian takeout. And as he's walking in, Santos and a few of the other roommates are standing around looking very concerned. Their arms are crossed. They're almost whispering, but when they see Daniel, they kind of hush. Like they can't talk about whatever it is in front of him. Santos turns to Daniel.
Hold on. What the fuck? They can't talk to me about what? This is my place. What are you talking about?
It's about Isabella. Sorry, we can't really talk about it, but she's having a really hard time and Larry is helping her.
Oh, no, not this. Oh, my gosh. No. Oh, okay.
Daniel glances at his watch. It's almost midnight. And he saw Larry go into Isabella's room before he left, which is at the beginning of the day.
And
he's been in there, what, like 16 hours?
Hell no, guys.
Larry would stay there the rest of the night. The next day, some of the roommates would walk by Talia's room. The door would be wide open. They would peek their heads in, and inside, Larry and Isabella are sitting on Talia's bed. And Larry would just softly stroke Isabella's hair. And he's whispering in her ear, almost in like a hypnotic pacing, over and over. Shh, nobody's gonna hurt my baby girl. Nobody's gonna hurt my baby girl. This is his daughter's best friend.
Quick question. What would y'all do in this situation? See, this is where it just like that. It just got weird. Oh, bro, I'm like, yo, what is y'all doing in here? Like, what? Why are you doing this, sir? Why are you doing that? What are you doing? And then
What?
Larry naturally becomes the closest to Isabella because this is Talia's best friend and Santos, Talia's boyfriend. Isabella loves being around Larry. I'm just going to say it like that. Isabella had never seen anyone buy that many groceries before, ever, in her entire life. She grew up on food stamps where you have to watch every single item that you get. She had to stand there in aisles, staring at snacks that she can't buy while her mom is crunching the numbers to see if they're going to go over the food stamps limit.
Damn,
I mean, one of
bro.
the first things Larry did when he got to Slonim Woods was take the whole group grocery shopping to stock up their pantry. Isabella had walked over to a bag of chips and she was just checking the price. You like those? Oh, yeah, but we'll throw it in the cart.
The thing about off of like first glance, like you would think Larry is like really nice. But the only time I would say you can see in hindsight, it's just hindsight is always 2020, bro. Because you don't really see, well, the point of somebody, I would say the point of somebody like hunting or an animal hunting, you don't really, you're not supposed to see them creeping up. You just see when they pounce or when they already, you know, got their quote unquote prey. And I'm gonna be honest, my hindsight is 2020 with this shit. That's why I'm like wincing at like the first time he was in there. But off of first glance, it's like, okay, that's weird. Like, imagine how many times us as people overlook certain red flags, and the factors of us overlooking red flags is like, you look to the side, it's like, oh my gosh, that is kind of crazy. And then you go about your day. Like, say when there's like somebody, you're in traffic and there's like a really bad car accident, or not just a car accident, like there's a bunch of police on the side of the road. I don't know about y'all, but I tense up when there's like police on the side of the road. But there's or like a fire truck, and you just like take that glance, it's like damn, and then you just see like the back of the car that's like rear-ended, but you gotta like keep going. Like those types of like moments, it's like, whoa, I really wish I would have been able, and I'm saying in this context, it's like I really wish I would have been able to stop this shit and nip it in the bud. Like, these people who just be preying on people, it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up because you know off of first glance, it's like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then there's like these like little by little, the death by 1,000 cuts type thing. It's like little by little by little by little, because people don't really know when is the threshold for being nice versus being a predator. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think people can really like, well, there are some people who can, and there are ways to do it. But like the normal person, like the average person, probably can't pinpoint, unless you can. If you can, please let me know in the comments. But you can't pinpoint that threshold where you're like, okay, this has gone too far. And this is very sad. Like, this is very, very sad.
Isabella thought it was kind of crazy. It caught her off guard. With Larry, she could just buy whatever chips she wanted to. And that felt nice.
How does Larry have the money for that if he just came out?
He might be worth like millions of dollars.
He worth millions of dollars and he coming into the door? You better not have told me that he worth no damn penny or nothing. I'm over here starving on the... Millions of dollars, and you over here in this dorm. You couldn't access your funds to get yourself a house? Huh?
Listen, there's so many court documents that we FOIA'd for this one. Wow.
Oh,
there's
shit.
like this whole thing. He owned a lot of domain names. This is when domain names were selling for a lot of money. He had 8,900 domain names. And according to some of the court documents, if he were to sell them, they could amount to millions of dollars. I don't know if he was actively selling them, though.
So he bought a lot of domain to flip them later.
Yes.
And he never flipped them. Ain't that about a bitch?
Wow.
But he also is just kind of a scam artist. We'll get there. Yeah. So for Santos, he just felt very lucky to be there. Honestly, he just felt lucky that Talia was dating him. She's so pretty and so socially competent and confident in herself. They met in Roman literature class, and one day after class, Santos had walked up to Talia And very nonchalant, super confident, he just said, "We should grab lunch sometime."
Okay, okay.
It was so bold.
Oh,
I don't know what
shit.
possessed Santos because he had never done anything like that in his whole life. But Talia said yes. This would be Santos's first ever relationship.
Okay.
And the other roommates knew that it wasn't going to end well.
What?
They said Talia and Santos's relationship centers around one very crucial exchange.
What?
Santos is a great listener, and Talia is someone who needs to be listened to.
Oh, no.
But now that Larry's here, Santos finally has someone to listen to him. Larry would sit down with Santos, and for the first time ever, he just felt so understood, which is kind of crazy. Larry would just calmly, in this fatherly, very preacher-like voice.
Like, imagine you go from this to him asking you about how big your meat is. Like, that, the jump is so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, how do you, okay.
Your mother and father did not pay attention to you since as long as you can remember, yes?
Like, how do you...
The drive was to get love and attention from them, and the effect that has on you, you've become uncertain. How? How did you know? Santos, I know you. I see you. Once Larry started having these deep...
I also wonder if Larry was ever wrong, because the way that they like, I guess, portrayed Larry is that he was like this all-seeing being that just knows somebody. Like, were there ever any points where he was just like wrong? Like, how the fuck did you know anything about my parents? Like, what? That's weird. Like, how? Somebody would have to tell you that. Cause what? Like, what the hell?
Conversations with Isabella and Santos, all the other roommates start noticing the two of them change. I mean, it was pretty drastic. Isabella was a completely new person at this point. She went from using her hair as blackout curtains, like she would just mope around campus. Kind of off-putting, honestly. But they said the best word to describe Isabella after Larry is very vibrant. She was just engaged in everything. She seemed fully there now. I mean, you'd be in a conversation with her and you'd be, who is this girl? This is not the girl that we used to know. This is wild.
And you would probably think she's like changing for the better. And literally, what, Larry would take credit for that? Hindsight, bro. The hindsight. Oh my gosh.
There's almost this twinge of jealousy from some of the other roommates. If that's what Larry can do for Isabella, what can he do for me?
That's so fascinating that sometimes all it takes is someone to talk to you, encourage you, and then...
Be a whole new person.
Yeah.
Isabella's mom almost drops her phone when she hears Larry on the other end.
Oh,
what
no.
did this man just say to her?
Fool.
Look, Cindy, I don't know if you knew this, but your daughter was molested when she was younger. Isabella's mom is so confused. What the hell is this man talking about? It's almost winter break. This is one of the few times Isabella will fly in from New York to Texas to be with her family. And now this man, Isabella's best friend's dad, is on the phone telling her that her daughter is not going to be coming home for Christmas because she was essayed by a family member as a child. Cindy is pacing the room now. What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, and she's brought it up recently to me that if she has to go back home for winter break, she's going to self-exit.
Oh my gosh.
Cindy goes quiet on the other end. She feels like she's been thrown for a loop. She has zero idea what Larry is even talking about right now. Like, what's going on? This is the first time that she's ever hearing that her daughter, Isabella, she was sad as a kid. Wait, but she thought it was the divorce and it was rough on her, but... she never mentioned being assaulted, and Cindy thought that she was close enough with Isabella that she would want to trust her with that kind of information. Cindy, you were a terrible mother back then.
Like, fool. Like, the jump between... Like... Oh my gosh. See, this kind of threw me for a loop, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You were negligent. You didn't protect your daughter. That was then. That's not today.
I'm sorry,
Today
Isabella.
you probably wouldn't let that happen. But I'm letting you know, if she comes home for winter break, she might self-exit. She doesn't want that. So, of course,
Right.
Isabella doesn't need to come home if that's the situation. She would never force her daughter to come home if something like that's going to happen. She just wants to talk to Isabella, figure out when, how can she help Isabella now? But Larry refuses. She tries to reason with him. If Isabella doesn't want to talk to me, how are we going to get this stuff straightened out if she doesn't just talk to me? You see, the thing is, you got to understand this properly. Nobody is going to convince her to talk to you. I couldn't even do that, Cindy. I swear the only thing I care about right now is helping Isabella. Larry promises Cindy, parent to parent, he's going to take real good care of Isabella.
I don't
He's
like the
going
way
to
that
help her.
sounds. I don't like the way
Cindy
that
would not
sounds.
hear from her own daughter for the next 10 years.
Bro,
and by
that is so
then,
heartbreaking.
Isabella would be in prison.
Wait, what?
Larry would stand in the living room
What the fuck? Okay, it's new information. All right.
of Slonim Woods, his chest all puffed up like a peacock. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Who wrote that? They all respond, Marcus Aurelius.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Larry had two favorite people in the whole world. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor that was one of the most influential Stoic philosophers of all time, and Larry. Those were Larry's two favorite people in the world. The way Larry starts brainwashing the kids is insidiously slow. Nobody even sees it coming. After dinner, the roommates would grab these giant pillows off the couch, throw them on the floor, pile them up, just like this massive cushiony pile. And with their little snacks, Larry would start playing Cosmos on the TV. Exploration.
So they do have a TV. Wow. Huh. Do they even go to class? Like, I don't remember hearing anything about them going to class.
Is in our nature. We begin as wanderers, and we are wanderers still. We have lingered long enough on the horses of the cosmic ocean. We are ready at last to set sail for the stars. We are away for the cosmos to know itself. Whoa.
That was me when people were telling me about zodiac signs for the first time. When I found out my big three, I was like, whoa. Oh my, or just like, look, remember, or I don't know if y'all do this, but like, I was thinking like back then, like people were looking up their horoscopes or no, their birth charts. That was one of the big things in like what, 2018, 19 up until like 2021. But like you just be like, oh my gosh, this is so accurate. Wow, this is scary. And there are like some people who like believe it word for word and then start using it as excuses to be a shitty person. Like all like that's what. Yeah.
Their eyes would be glued to the TV, and then suddenly it would go black. Larry would have turned it off, which means it's time for one of his other lectures. He's like the little townhome's own professor. Society's moving. You're in it. There's lots of options, which way you're going in this moving entity called society, right? Look, you have to be a person that you're capable of being. Your true self. That person, your potential is being held back or restrained or clouded right now.
Bye.
You need to just have the courage. Have the courage to ask yourself, who am I? It sounds silly at first, but try it.
He's a talker, huh?
Oh.
Yes.
They say the way that Larry exhausts you to death by talking, he yaps for hours until you don't even know why you got into this fight or what he's trying to convince you of. You're just agreeing to everything.
But it's not even like agreeing to get out the situation. That's a whole different type of agreeing, what she's talking about right now.
You never know. You might learn something interesting. What does that even mean? That means every single person is capable of being and reaching their max potential as long as they get clarity to do so. But none of the kids at Slonim Woods 9 have that right now because their minds have been so cluttered and messed up and filled with all this gunk that's been conditioned to them by their friends, society, and their own family members.
Nigga, they in college. You was in the Marines. God knows what they did to your mind. Like, this is a different type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I'm in college trying to find myself and considering like they are the outcast. It's just like, bro, there's a bunch of stuff going on that probably isn't even something that I can control. And this man is just this man who has militarized training to speak to the most powerful, influential people. Now he's doing this, practicing this speak and this like stuff to make it seem like he is like a man. He is like worthy of being idolized to pretty much kids who don't like know themselves. Like what? Oh my gosh.
Larry could just tell that this group of students needed a lot of help. He would call house meetings with the roommates. I mean, of course, the ones that liked him showed up.
Okay.
The other three, Max, Gabe, and Juliana, they thought it was so weird. Like a little lecture every night in the living room. Why would you come back from class just to go to another class
I was about to say that, bro. Oh my gosh.
with an unqualified professional?
Yeah.
It feels like group therapy sessions, but without the therapist. Just like Talia's dad. It was weird.
It's like how people on TikTok who aren't licensed in nothing giving relationship advice. and like watching people just listen to it. Like it's just like, wait, what? And it's just a person that just has a phone and like T-Mobile or something. Like it's just like, wait, what the fuck?
Larry would sit them down, and one by one, each student in the group would take turns talking about how much they want to self-exit.
Oh my gosh.
When it gets around to Daniel, it's his turn to talk, and he just sits there looking around. I don't really have... He never really considered himself to be that sad. I mean, he gets sad, but he never ever thought about... But Larry would interrupt him. You are too, aren't you, Danny? Just like all of us?
What?
Or all of them? Not really. I mean, I'm sorry. I guess I haven't ever tried or anything like that. Larry's smile slowly turns downward. Danny, I already know. You can just admit it.
Fool. Like this
Daniel looks down at his hands. He's genuinely trying to think really long and hard. I mean, he doesn't recall did he ever have those feelings? Larry's looking at him. I know you do. I mean, clearly, Larry must have seen something in him, right? That maybe Daniel hasn't even realized.
No, bro. Like
There was that one time that he was having this intrusive thought at the subway station where he was like, what if I just jump in front of the...
Okay, wait, hold on. That doesn't always... Hold on. Wait, no.
That's not really...
Yeah, I'm about to say, if Larry attaches onto that I don't think... Does that count, like, as, like, one of those, like, types of ideals? Or is it just, like, one of those... What if I just did this right now? You know, like... Because honestly, who hasn't, like, thought about that? You know what I'm saying? I may be just, like, sounding very crazy. But, like, have you ever, like, looked down at, like, say, like, the city? Like, say you go to that, you know that box in Chicago where it's, like, you're literally, like, out in the open and, like, you're just, like, looking down? Like, you can't tell me that nobody has ever had those thoughts of, like, what would happen if? Isn't that, like, different than saying, I want to blank? Like, what would happen if blank? That's two different things. And if Larry attaches himself and his ideals to that, that's really going to piss me the fuck off.
But maybe it is. Maybe that's not normal. Maybe that's what it means to want to self-exit.
No, I mean, no.
Do I want to?
Bro,
come on, Daniel.
what?
What do you want to say?
Like, bro, coaching somebody to get them to admit that could be that when you weren't even thinking of that actually being that's a whole nother level of, like, yo, like, bro, like, relax, bro. Like, hold on. Like, it's like you doing too much. First off, this is a sensitive ass subject. So it's just like, no, I just had an intrusive thought. That doesn't always mean that. I don't think so.
Sometimes I don't want to exist anymore. Once he said those words, everyone around him starts nodding.
This
and
is
they start
weird.
relaxing. It feels like he's one of them now. And from that moment forward, Daniel starts believing through this conversation
This is crazy.
that something is wrong with him and maybe he wants to self-exit.
Okay, real serious question. Like, you know how, like, I'm, like, asking for, I guess, relatability. You know how, like, sometimes, like, you, especially when you're a teenager or a young adult, like, from, like, the ages of, like, 16 to, say, like, 21, isn't it, like, normal for young people to just be like, bro, I'm really fucking tired of what's going on? Like, there's a bunch of shit that obviously goes through your life as you get older, but, like, those ages, it's just like I feel like everything is really weighing on me right now. And it's just like one of those storms. And say, like, you blur out, like, you know what? It would be real easier if I did not exist. Like, what do you guys think the average of, like, saying that as a figure of speech versus saying that in a way that you actually want to do it? Or saying that while being facetious? Like, I don't really think that is good to just latch onto that and then attach yourself to people who, I'm talking about, like, saying it facetiously. I don't think it's good to, like, latch onto that and attach yourself to people who actually, like, want to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, lack for a better term, it's a spectrum of that but I think it's very dangerous to just say, nope, yeah, you're one of them. Like, as black and white as it is, like, nope, you're one of them, and everybody's just like nodding, yeah, Like, I can only imagine how much of a mind fuck that would be. Like, the first mind fuck is just like, whoa, wait a second. What? Huh? Like, ugh.
Larry would tell them, do you see?
Of course, if I'm tripping, please let me know. I'm just trying to think of this in real time.
Now we're all interconnected.
No,
you
we're
became
not.
interconnected the moment Talia brought you all together at Swanham Woods. I have to protect my daughter, and that means protecting all of you. So you can trust me. As a father, as a man, I will keep you safe. Larry Ray was gonna fix them all. One of the roommates, Raven, that wasn't really close with Talia or Larry, but this is Daniel's girlfriend. She said, it was so weird. And also, everybody's like a little bit stoned all the time. So it was a moment of,
oh shit.
Every time we would see it, we'd go, am I weird or is this weird? We weren't really sure. Smoking weed all the time. So Raven and her friends were like, I mean, this is weird, right? But like, maybe we're weird. I don't know what's weird anymore. It's just weird.
I don't understand how people are like awake after they smoke some of that ganja. But I went to sleep. I don't know how people do it.
Larry always made sure everyone knew that them rooming together was not just pure chance or even just being good friends. It's because deep, deep down, every single one of them had a deep obsession with death. It was fate that brought them together with Talia. And fate that Larry was Talia's dad. It was written in the stars. Larry was going to save them.
Another thing that I'm kind of like trying to wrap my head around. If there's only 3 things in life that are going to happen: birth, death, and taxes. I wouldn't say, I would think a good amount of people probably would be thinking about their own mortality. And by good amount, I would think probably like hundreds of millions of people. Because like, if there's 9 billion people in the world, and literally, well, not all of them, well, excuse taxes, but like birth and death is the most, is it finite thing? Is the most objective thing that's going to happen. I don't know. This dude Larry is really like just latching on to fucking anything and making something out of anything. Like, he's literally making something out of nothing. But like, well, something with something. He's like that dude on TikTok that says, "Oh, we're gonna make something out of nothing," and then put like 7 recipes with 7 more recipes inside those ingredients. Like, it's just like, what? How do you attach yourself to this? And how the hell are you able to like make something out of that?
Had it been anyone else's dad, it would not have worked. Larry had techniques to discipline the mind. He worked with the government. He knew the most powerful tools to help people. These kids were going to be his new project, pro bono.
Yeah, because people in the Marines, like, they're helping them, right? Yeah, the Marines are just a therapy session, right?
Eventually, he starts running the Ray family, he calls it, like a
Ray
boot camp
family.
Marines approach. Everyone needs to be the best versions of themselves. So every morning, they would wake up to this playlist that he puts together.
I also think people who are like in college should not worry too much about being perfect. Like, this is your time to make your fuck ups. You don't have to, well, first off, you don't have to be this perfect person. But like, I would think now it's like, yo, can I please be like a little bit not uptight? Can I get some more can I get a little bit of leeway, please?
Every morning, they had a
Like, this is also you being here is the leeway. So why all of a sudden now I gotta just do all this Marine shit? No, if I was
listen to it. Everybody up at 7 a.m. on the ground now. The first day, it's 100 push-ups. The second day, it's 200. Then a week later, 300. And by the end, they're doing 400 push-ups every single morning.
That's crazy.
You're kidding me. All of them?
Most of them.
Okay.
They're able to do that?
Yeah, which sounds crazy, but it also proves what Larry is saying, that they're putting limitations on themselves before they even try.
No, that your body. Okay, no. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Your body reacts to what you're doing. So if you do something enough times and you practice it, you're going to your brain can literally learn anything. So if I don't know how to do push-ups and then I just start being forced to do push-ups and I'm like gradually going up this thing, yeah, it's probably because my body literally got used to me doing push-ups. So now I know how to do push-ups. That's not limiting my mind. That's literally just like practice. I just practice push-ups. Like, well, this nigga Larry is a... Oh.
Nobody believed that they could do 400 push-ups at the beginning of this. But
nobody even thought to even do 400 push-ups. Like, what?
Larry's right.
Oh my god.
So for the benefit of the group, to help them, Larry would say, you need to give up full control.
No.
Because you don't even know what's good for you at this point. Larry slowly convinces them he needs to decide everything for them for the time being. What they eat, what they do, what they talk about, when they go to bed. And again, it's framed like a little mini boot camp. Do this now, bite the bullet now, suffer now, and you're going to come out way stronger on the other side. This isn't forever. Truly, everything he did on that campus was Marine style, and some of it was truly goofy, if I can say so myself. They would have to clean the apartment, and he would make these spreadsheets similar to a Marines operation document. And it would read, Mission Commander, Larry. Team members, Isabella and Dan. We have at our disposal 3 rolling black bins, 1 empty pink bin, 1 mostly empty black bin containing Larry's sweaters. I mean, even cleaning had to be done the Marines way. But there was still one part of their training that Larry hadn't started, and this would be the most important stuff.
What?
He would ease them into it. He did not bring this part up until he knew that they were fully ready to receive. He had them in the palm of his little sticky, moist hands.
Ugh.
You know, there is something else.
What?
Side note, I do want to disclaim that these are Larry's words and they do not represent my thoughts or feelings clearly, but just in case. Men will feel better when they start embracing their masculinity.
Oh my gosh, don't, not with this shit. Oh my gosh.
Women will feel better when they embrace their femininity. Some of the girls here need to start wearing makeup more. Got it, Claudia? I'm looking at you.
Yeah, because what's better than a man telling a woman about femininity? And he's literally from the most... That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is insane. The first thing he says about a woman embracing femininity is you need to wear more makeup. Claudia? Like, is that not fucking insane? Like, what? Like, oh my gosh, this nigga Larry, bro.
And men, you guys need to start wearing bright colored polos. Pink, red polos, because bright colors means you're embracing and you're secure in your own masculinity.
Why can't just like masculinity just be like, be a good person, accept responsibility, be accountable for when you mess up, and have a little bit of that femininity? Like, just be a good person. Like, why does it... I don't understand, why does it have to involve like outside entities to come off masculine rather than like just, you know, just be a good person, bro? Like that is also something that I be thinking about. Like, and I'm somebody who doesn't like when people tell me how to be a man, because I literally learned this shit on my own. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, and like I probably fucked up a couple times, but it's like, bro, I know one thing for sure. I know wearing a fucking polo shirt, a yellow polo shirt, don't make me a man. That's what I know. That's one thing. I don't have to wear a damn polo shirt. I bet the polo shirt can't be like, you know, a little bit form fitting. It got to be like that, like the baggy joints, like the dude from the. It has to be like a baggy polo that just go to my thigh. Like I'm in a 2005 Atlanta music video. Like it got to be a big one. It can't be like a little joint that's like a little form fitting so I can show my muscles. I can't show my muscles. No. Well, actually I could, because Larry obviously wears too tight shirts where I could see his fucking jelly coming out. I said jelly. I meant belly coming out.
This might be, and I don't know if I should keep going. No, we want to know more, Larry. It's a progressive viewpoint, but everyone blossoms into an incredibly sexual person and wants to have sex.
Now he bringing the nasty sex stuff in. Like, okay.
And this is just how humans are, but we live in a puritanical society. The only way to be truthful with yourself and reach that level of clarity is to embrace your sexual freedom. The more you are open with your sexuality, the more honest you are with yourself.
That's true and also not true because it's pure. Isn't this puritanical society literally making people not want to be themselves? See, he's using these phrases in such a weird way. Like, you know how they say like a broken clock is right twice a day? Like, he could be right, but the way he's using it is really like giving me a headache.
Larry tells them the quest for potential begins with re-education.
What?
Welcome to Larry's boot camp. The instructions were very clear. Wear the shortest miniskirt, just the girls. Well, minus his daughter.
Yeah, of course, minus his daughter, right? Yeah.
Wear the shortest miniskirt, the tightest one you can find. And if you don't have one, go buy one.
What if they don't like miniskirts, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Do not wear any underwear. Then go to the store, try on heels, bend over, and flash everyone in the store your private parts over and over and over again.
Yeah, this wasn't in a doc. Now we're okay. All right. This. I know damn well this nigga Larry did not have these young ladies over here flashing their cooters to everybody in public. Like, indecent exposure? Really? That's what you're saying, feminine? This nigga's off his rocker. Okay. No.
Wait, so it's gotten to that point already? Like, they're... Wow. What about the daughter? What is she doing?
Just hanging out in her room studying for...
Oh, so
class.
she's not a part of this.
No.
But she knows.
She has full clarity. Larry would say that because she was raised under him, she has full clarity. She doesn't need to go through a boot camp.
But she's seeing this.
What does full clarity mean? What does that mean, Larry? What does that mean, Lawrence?
Right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what is she doing about it? Does she think this is cool?
It's hard to know what she's genuinely thinking because I think that she's been so brainwashed since Larry. So she doesn't stop him, if that's what you're wondering. Even though these are her friends, yes.
Yes, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Now, that's just step one. There's levels to Larry's re-education camp. The next step is go to the bars.
Okay, first off, who the fuck taught... Who taught him... Like, what? Sexual re-education? Just because we live in a puritanical society does not mean we need to be flashing our no-no squares everywhere. And I'm saying, you don't have to. Like, what? What the fuck? What?
Find someone you think is cute.
Sorry.
Lure them into the restroom and perform oral while taking a video to show as proof for Larry.
What?
How many people are doing this?
Because he does this throughout the 10 years. So as of right now, it'd be Isabella and Claudia do this. But then most of it is actually focused later on Felicia, but she hasn't entered
Who's
the
that?
story yet.
Oh, okay.
my
So right now it's
gosh.
mainly two of the roommates.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, next, take a cab ride. But when you get to the destination, pretend like you forgot your wallet and ask...
Oh, I know what I know what he's doing. He's probably like grooming them to do this sex work. I got it. Fuck this nigga Lawrence, bro. It's like, or I could be wrong, but it's like making them comfortable with these experiences. Because obviously this sounds insane, but it's like, because this puritanical society also is a very patriarchal, but like very objectifying. Like, cause you know, like the people who are supposed to be the pure, let's use men in this situation, like the pure men that want their wife to be modest or whatever, but he's like having sex with hookers and prostitutes and cheating on her all the time. Like that type of that is this what I'm getting at right now?
Ask the taxi driver if there is any...
Like, you telling all these girls to do this, but just saying, oh, to be a man, put a polo shirt on. Like, what the fuck?
other ways to pay, like with sex. Or go to Home Depot, Lowe's, one of those hardware stores, find an employee and beg them to have sexual relations with you in the stock room.
This is...
Make sure you record that all for Larry as well. And then the final few steps would be the top tier self-growth potential stage, right? This is where Larry wants them to be. Either pick someone random off the street. The more old, the more disgusting and vile the man is, the better. Get them to have intimate relations at Central Park while you record it. Or if you're really, really ready, go to government housing developments in New York City, find a group of men to quote you and record it. This part of the therapy sessions, the intimate relations with strangers, is
oh my gosh.
It's very important. It's pivotal in the girls' growth as people. If they fail to do it, Larry is not opposed to making them sleep outside and not letting them back into their quarters.
Niggas, you gonna threaten me that I gotta sleep outside because your freak bull ass came over here and telling me that I need to start fucking random people and wearing short skirts and makeup and doing all this. You gonna kick me out my shit? Huh? I think the fuck not. What?
There was a time one of the girls came back with,
Could think just because he making steaks and talking to us all nice, he think he can do this. First, get the fuck out of here. Fuck wrong with you, boy? Hell no. Fuck, you came in here from prison. Shit. These type of niggas need to go, bro. Like, what the fuck, huh? And it should have been gone any damn way. I know it probably looks a little bit awkward that I was tripping out over the kicking him out in the street. But it's just like the fact that you're literally intentionally like fucking with like their minds and like pushing this objectification stuff. And if they don't do it, you're going to kick them out. Like, this is, oh my gosh.
the video that was not great, and Larry just blows up on her, screaming at her in front of everyone. Who does this? Who goes and makes a video like this? You can't even see anything. This is so stupid. You're so incompetent. You're so useless. Are you sure you go to a good school?
See, this is, yeah, because they definitely just teach us fucking voyeurism in school, right? Yeah, okay.
I thought you're college educated. I thought you're smart. Clearly not.
What?
And why is your skin so flabby? You look like a chicken. Do you know that?
Is he genuinely just want to see a video like that, or?
He loves the shame.
Oh.
Larry would tell the girls that the man's genitals and the girls' faces had to be in the same frame, and it had to be in very, very clear view. The guy's face did not matter. All that mattered was the girls' faces had to be very clear, and the actions had to be done very clearly.
This nigga is literally creating porn. Like, oh my gosh. See, this is one of the, sorry, Stephanie.
Because
this is one of the times where I would just be like, I'm so sad that nobody over there just, you know how his head is like shiny and bald and everything? Like, that's the perfect spot to just like swing a frying pan at. Like, I'm so sorry that nobody was like emboldened enough to beat the shit out of him. Like, I understand that he a Marine and he know all this stuff, but he ain't got no weapons. Boo! Like, it's like, oh my gosh.
again, it's the shame that
Bro,
he's
he
getting
needs to be
off on.
stopped. He needs to be stopped.
Then one day, out of the blue, Daniel breaks up with Raven. What?
What?
Well, when I talked to Larry, Larry.
Yeah,
Listen, Raven, he told me if I wanted to break up with you, it wasn't fair to you or me for us to stay together. No, you. Larry's a creep, and it's weird that he hangs around college students. It's weird.
Yeah.
Raven, Larry cares about me, and he wants what's best for me. If you don't like what he has to say, then logically, you must not care about me. Oh, go yourself. At least I don't have to anymore. This would be the beginning of the great divide of roommates.
Oh,
Max,
shit.
Gabe, Juliana, and Raven did not understand, first of all, why Larry is still living on campus in Isabella's room.
And also, how the fuck is this just happening? Nobody sees this man just going into the thing. And that would make sense as to why there's no RA. I thought it was a dorm. I was always under the impression that it was a dorm. It's a townhouse.
Not even his daughter's room, Isabella's room, after weeks of being out of prison. I mean, this is going against school rules, right? They'd be in big trouble. This whole thing is bizarre. And why is everybody else in the house treating him like some king of the land? Doesn't even make sense why he would want to spend all of his time with college kids. And the only other person on their side, kind of, is Claudia. Well, she was in the beginning. Raven's best friend. Claudia would joke with Raven about how strange Larry the bod guy was. But then one day, Raven comes downstairs to grab some water. And there's Larry chatting up Claudia in the living room. Raven goes back upstairs, but when she comes back down a few hours later, they're still there in the same place. They've been talking for hours, they haven't moved. But like, is one silly conversation gonna do anything?
See, that's the thing that's like scary about this. That's one thing that's scary about Larry. It's like it only takes one conversation. And like, say like Raven was like, hey, Claudia, can we go get some food right now? And it'll just be like Larry. It'll be like, oh no, we're just talking for a second. And then like she's like, okay, that's weird. Goes, does what she does what she's doing. Comes back down and they're still talking. Then it's like that's the second time where it's like, okay, what the fuck? Like this is weird. Claudia, please come on. And then by that time she's like, oh, it's fine. We're just having a conversation. Like it's cool. And Larry is like, yeah, don't worry. And it's like, and then Claudia's like, oh, yeah, he seems very interesting. Like, him just, like, getting in there with, like, knowing that some people, especially, like, college students, don't want to be, like, weird sometimes. Like, you're like, oh, that's odd. Well, I don't want to intrude. And, like, knowing that, you know, I would say, not all college students are as brash and as out there like that. So it's like, oh, okay, that's weird. Like the damn car accident thing. It's just like, bro, I feel like he's like capitalizing off of that specific type of, I guess, thing that happens in people's minds. And that's how he gets in. Just a little bit of time and two sets of ears, or two ears. That's all he needs. Larry needs to be stopped.
That weekend, Raven and her friends are sitting around smoking weed, which it's college, you get it. Oh, Claudia, yeah. Come. Normally, Claudia partakes in these activities, but this time she just stops in the doorway. Oh, no thanks. I can't because I'm schizophrenic. They all pause and they stare at her. Like, what did she just say? This is the first time they're ever hearing of this. Yeah, Larry told me I was.
With no doctor, clinical, none of that. It's just, So I just can't do that no more. Cause excuse me, what? Like what?
Even starting to feel agitated. Okay, that's enough. This is ridiculous. You really have to stop listening to Larry. He doesn't know that he's talking about. You're fine. Claudia looks at her best friend Raven, and tells her, you telling me that I'm not schizophrenic is only harmful to the process of me getting better. They don't even know what to say, but Claudia starts bringing up all these instances from her childhood where she knew there were symptoms of schizophrenia, onset schizophrenia. I mean, just stuff that she's never talked about before. Okay. Big childhood trauma, life events that she's never mentioned until now. It almost felt fake, like she just made them up. And that was the moment they just knew. They lost.
And also, this is really sad. Like this is just like sad. This nigga Larry needs to go.
Lost Claudia to Larry. Raven could see her roommates falling for this old bald guy, and she had no idea what the hell was going on. I mean, worse than that, she can't even talk to them about it because they would say that she's being strange. He's just like a dad. But clearly it's an unhealthy attachment. Clearly he's a manipulative person trying to use them. But the part that would drive her insane, the part that proved everybody else's point that Larry was a good person, was they would scream at her, what on earth would he want from us?
Well, for one, the videos. That's one.
And to that, Raven had no answer. The best way one of the roommates could describe it was, everyone at the beginning thought it was very weird. And then one by one, he would get them alone, have these conversations, and suddenly they're like, oh, he's not so bad. To actually, he's pretty great. Actually, he's saving my life. Actually, he's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Actually, I'll never not listen to him. Actually, you, and I'll never listen to you if you talk bad about him.
Like, that's crazy.
And all of it would happen so quickly. After sophomore year, Max, Gabe, Juliana, and Raven would part ways with the other roommates. They would all move out of Slaugham Woods, and slowly they would all lose contact with each other.
And also the fact that this literally started the freshman year. They're freshly out of high school. that just makes it like, yo, like, I mean, obviously, when you come out of high school, you go, no, I don't believe it. I think people who are like freshmen in college are literally still seniors in high school because you just got there and you're experiencing a lot of things for the first time. That's what I think that, but I guess technically you are a college student, but still there are also 17-year-olds in college who go to college, who become freshmen. So obviously that is an outlier, but still something to think about.
Until 10 years later, the group of 4 non-believing roommates would help bring Larry down.
What?
After Sonam was 9, the group, Larry, his daughter Talia, her best friend and new girlfriend, Isabella,
nice
Talia's now ex-boyfriend, Santos, Claudia, and Daniel would move into a 1-bedroom apartment on the Upper East Side off campus.
So how many people are there?
So it's Larry, Talia, Isabella, Santos, Daniel, Claudia, 6 in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Whoa.
They're sleeping.
First off, I thought that's like against like the policy of like apartments. I didn't even know you're allowed to have 6 people in one bed. I didn't know that.
Arrangements in the apartment were definitely a bit odd. In the bedroom, on a singular king-size bed, would sleep Larry, his daughter Talia, and her best friend and Larry's new girlfriend, Isabella.
Man.
So 3 of them.
Yeah,
on
and then
the same bed.
everybody else, the entire living room floor was packed with either sofas, blow-up mattresses, or these foldable mattresses just laid out on the ground like a giant bed. Everyone else was free to sleep there.
Wait, so Isabella is like everybody knows that they're dating or sleeping together?
It's pretty clear that they're sleeping together.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Sometimes the others were asked to leave and go find a place to stay for the night for whatever reason. Most of their families did live in New York, aside from Isabella, so they would sometimes go stay with their parents, but most of the time they would just sleep in the living room. And they would have all of their stuff stuffed into these tiny closets of this apartment. The whole place was clutter. But most nights, Larry would kick everyone out of the bedroom, even Isabella and Talia, so he could call his girlfriend in LA.
What?
He's got a girlfriend in LA.
What?
Felicia, Columbia Med School graduate doing her residency in psychiatry, I believe at USC or a USC affiliated. I'm not sure.
This was also like very sad because like I believe in the doc, she was like, bro, I am this decorated person. How the fuck did I get in this situation? And I guess like that sentiment is that not saying that you having these accomplishments in school are not a bad thing. Like it's really, really amazing. But this is for like people who just think just because you did this, that does not mean that you're excluded from that. Like with somebody who is like the devil, like Larry is, some way, somehow, it can happen to you too. It doesn't matter if you're like this book smart and everything, especially in stuff about psychology. Like it's really interesting and scary to think about. That's how dangerous he is. Oh, I feel so bad, bro.
Don't quote me on that. Larry would get all giddy on the phone to see what Felicia had done the night before, if she had any videos to show him.
Oh, gosh.
Wait, so there's another college-ish girl, college-age-ish girl?
Yes.
In California?
Yes.
How did he know her if he just came out of prison?
We're going to get into that.
Okay.
They're all connected.
Okay.
By this point, Larry has fully brainwashed the students into believing that they're all messed up mentally and they want to self-exit, and the only person that can save them from themselves is Larry. And he's doing this because these kids are his precious daughter's friends. Outside of class, he's controlling every aspect of their lives. What they eat, when they sleep, what they do all day, who they talk to. He started abusing the girls, minus his daughter, forcing them to record themselves having intimate relations with strangers. But eventually he gets involved. The threesomes, there's going to be a lot of threesomes. The threesomes actually start as twosomes.
Okay.
With Daniel and Isabella.
Oh.
One night in the cramped 1-bedroom apartment, Daniel is falling asleep on the sticky leather couch in the living room. Everyone else had left for the night, so just inside the room was Larry, Talia, and Isabella, and Daniel's alone in the living room, which is kind of strange, but Talia's whole relationship with her dad is kind of strange. A few weeks ago, Daniel was giving Talia a massage when Larry had walked in, and of course Daniel freezes because this is awkward. He's got his hands on Larry's daughter, on Larry's honey girl's shoulders, and he knows how much they cherish each other, so like, is he about to get beat up right now? But Larry just smiles. I gotta show you how to do that properly sometime.
What you mean?
Other times, Larry would rant to Daniel, I would give Talia everything she wanted. That's what a father does, take care of his baby. Teresa, my ex-wife, she didn't understand. So many people make the mistake of treating kids, as if they're fundamentally different beings, but they have it all already. Inside of them, it's all right there. They're the ones we should be learning from. There's no difference between an adult and a child.
Nigga, what? All right. See, you...
Larry would go on tangents about how he would, it's so alarming. He would take Talia to Bergdorf's, a high-end department store, when she was, 10, 12? Buy her a $3,000 cashmere sweater from Loro Piana, and she's gonna outgrow this sweater for a singular sweater, $3,000. Naturally, Talia's mom would freak out because she's gonna get it dirty, or it's gonna get ruined in the wash, or like something.
And also, she's about to grow out of it. Like,
what are you doing? But Larry would ask, what's the moral of the story here? Larry would tell Daniel, let me ask you this. Why wouldn't I want my honey girl to have something beautiful like that?
Nigga, she don't even know what Bergdorf's is when she's 10, unless you just told her what Bergdorf is. I didn't know about Bergdorf until I was like 23. And still, I'm not getting no damn $3,000 cashmere sweater. Tell me, you gonna give her the best. Boy, you spent $3,000 on that shit knowing that she gonna grow out of it. You was an idiot. I'm not gonna lie to you. You dumb. So what you gonna do when she grows out of it? Like, what?
She was expressing herself, her preferences, her adulthood, her personhood, and her mom couldn't understand that at all.
No,
she was whole.
Look like the mom got some good head on her shoulders. Shit. The fuck?
Old?
Like 10.
That wears a $3,000 sweater.
But the shit he's saying,
expressing her adulthood.
Like,
there
what
are
the
a lot
fuck?
of speculations online that I won't be repeating, but you can kind of draw your own conclusions.
I'm drawing my conclusions too. I ain't repeating it, but hey, the way he's talking about his daughter is just like, ew, yo, what the fuck?
Wow.
It's definitely strange, but anyway, Daniel is trying to fall asleep on the leather couch when a little after 3 a.m., the door to the bedroom creaks open and out walks Isabella. She's not really dressed. She's wearing this thin cotton shirt that barely covers anything. She starts creeping towards Daniel on the couch. Oh, what is going on? That night, she would engage in oral activities with Daniel.
And that is assault. If he didn't give consent, that's assault.
It's a very mixed feeling, Daniel said. On one hand, he's a guy, and like Larry said, Isabella's stunning. She seems enthusiastic to be doing this. They're both of age, so technically there's nothing wrong with the situation. But a part of him keeps looking over at the bedroom door where Larry and Talia are, and the room door is open. So it feels strange. It almost feels like Isabella was ordered to come out here and do this. And from that night forward, it just kept happening until Larry starts joining in.
Okay, so... See, oh my gosh, isn't this considered like coercion or something? Like I didn't hear Daniel say like he consented, so I guess it's understood that he did. So if he did, then I take back my assault thing for now. You know what I'm saying?
The first time Isabella and Daniel are alone in the bedroom having intimate relations, of course, right at that moment when they're both unclothed, the door slams open and in walks Larry. He doesn't even appear shocked in the slightest at what's going on. He won't even acknowledge that they're naked.
This is scary.
He's just patting Daniel on the back. That's my boy, Danny.
This is weird.
Larry sits on the edge of the bed and starts going on one of these long-winded rants. He would always have these lectures. What is the best way to have intimate adult relations?
I don't know.
With Gregorian chants playing in the background. 13th century Gregorian.
Bro, this shit pissed me off, bro. This pissed me off so much. This dude is he's such a nut. Like, he just does it. He's just like obnoxious. Like, it's just like obnoxious. First off, who the fuck told you that that's some sexy time music? Gregorian chants. I don't know about y'all, but I had to study Gregorian chants in like choir and stuff like that. That shit ain't sexy, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, huh?
Chants. If you've never heard of it, there's no instrumentals. It reminds me of Catholic choir music.
Yeah.
It's using the echoes of voices. There's like a group of people singing.
I would feel like I'm committing a sin listening to this. Like, what the fuck? Like, cause you know, like they have like scores in movies. It'd be like, oh, like it just that don't sound like something good is happening. Especially not. That literally sounds like Larry's theme song when he busts through the door like that. Like, what the fuck? This is weird, bro.
I would imagine it's in a language like Latin, right? Because 13th century, I don't know, right? But it's a lot. It's echoing off the cathedral walls. It's beautiful, but it's very haunting at the same time.
And also, I'm not trying to say like being unsexy, Gregorian chants. If you like Gregorian chants, okay, cool. I'm talking about in this context of what's going on here. And with my hindsight, this just seems so weird.
But this time, Larry's rant is about Isabella.
What?
Izzy loves watching explicit adult videos. She's obsessed with it. I bet you didn't know that, Danny. I bet you thought no woman likes explicit videos, but most women are freakier than you and I. Izzy used to hate her body, and she hated intimate relations. You wouldn't believe how many women hate their private parts. It's a travesty, really, a sad thing. And when I met Izzy, she had one of the worst I had ever seen. I mean, it was awful down there. She didn't even wash it properly.
This nigga is insane. Like, why is he talking about this fucking... This is nasty.
When she would bathe, which wasn't often, she would just skip down there. Imagine that. Imagine the smell. I have an incredibly sensitive sense of smell, Danny. The DIA called it superhuman. My nose, superhuman.
Wait, so they're naked right now?
Yeah.
And he's talking? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know the dogs? They got 40 times more sensitive noses than you and I. Think about that. Boy, the dogs would come running when Iz walked outside. Isn't that right, Izzy?
What is going on?
Isabella
dude
is
is
listening to Larry like he's teaching her the ways to life or something, which is making Daniel even more uncomfortable. This is so degrading and mean.
Yeah, like, what the
honestly.
hell?
But Larry doesn't stop. He keeps going. In fact, he has Isabella turn on explicit videos so that the three of them can watch them together. And before Daniel knew it, he's laying on the bed watching videos of two men and one girl. Nothing physical happened that day, but moving forward, it just became this reoccurring incident. The three of them in the bedroom and Daniel in these uncomfortable situations. And he was still uncomfortable when one day Larry walks over to his computer, presses play. 13th century Gregorian music.
So three of them?
Yeah. The group therapy sessions would continue in the new apartment, and they actually got a lot more serious. Larry becomes fixated on each person's childhood trauma. How much trauma they must have endured for them to end up so messed up the way they are now. Their brains are scrambled. Even if they insist, nothing really happened in my childhood, truly, like nothing traumatizing. Larry would say, I know deep down. All those vivid assaults, you were essayed, and I know that you're just repressing it. He would tell them what happened to them. Rapid fire. Your parents sold your bodies while you were a child. You were abused by your family members. You blocked it all out because that's what the brain's natural response to heavy trauma is. But that's why you have these intense emotions of wanting to self-exit because you're different from other kids your age because you were assaulted. That's why. What can the kids even say? I mean, it kind of made sense. And this guy used to work for the DIA and the CIA. He's seen all sorts of people. He knows way more about the human mind and the psyche than these sheltered college kids can even understand. It would even get to the point where there's a video of this. One of the victims is having a panic attack, and she's on her knees crying on his lap.
Put that thing away.
While he's just sitting there in a purple robe. His chest hair is practically out. And she's screaming, Larry, please, please save me from myself. Larry, please, please help me, save me from myself. Don't let me do this to myself. Please, please make me stop.
Okay, but I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down first. I need you to calm down.
This is sad, dude. Oh my gosh.
Daniel even wrote a poem later to pour out all these very complicated feelings, and it starts off, we assume most people weren't molested as children, but what if they were?
What the
all of them.
What the fuck?
And it was such a scarring experience that no one remembers. After all, aren't the most disturbing things the ones most likely to be blocked out by the psyche? Daniel said at the time it made complete sense. Larry said all of these things were just repressed and hidden in the bottom of their deep, dark wells of their memories.
Okay, first off, one, if they were assaulted back then, of course, I'm so sorry. But I feel weird even asking, like, were they? Because say, like, when I was feeling, okay, so just put this into perspective. Like, say, like, somebody is having trauma because they feel neglected as a kid, and that's it. No assault, no nothing. And Larry is just saying, like, no, you were molested. Like, what? It would be safe to assume with my brain that for this to even, like, because the thing for me is, like, how do you remember something that you repressed? Like, you repressed it so much that you don't even think it happened. So it's just like, I know damn well Larry is not saying, just like having a script saying, no, you were assaulted as a kid. Like, what? That is such a crazy thing to say that you wouldn't even think nobody would even say no shit like this.
Interestingly enough, though, these mental health sessions, the interrogations rather, once they serve their purpose of making the students believe that they were abused by their family members, which would ultimately isolate them from their family members, and they would mentally be broken beyond repair. They quickly went from, let's talk about our feelings, how can we help this person's mental health, to what did this person do to sabotage the group, huh?
What? Just the pace of the conversation will already just, like, I'm just checking out. I can't, like, it's going too fast. It's going so fast. Like, that threshold I was talking about, I can't even pinpoint why, what the fuck, what? Like, he's just, like, jumping through all of this shit. Yo.
Larry starts claiming that not only do all of them harbor deep-rooted trauma that they've blocked out, but now they're acting out. Okay? They're sabotaging because they want to harm the progress of all the other members. Do you believe that objects can be cursed?
Yes.
There's this pan set in Larry's apartment that just keeps over and over again getting ruined. Little hairline scratches, markings, burn marks at the bottom. Someone in the apartment is doing this. The first time it's scratched, it's a mistake. The second time, it's on purpose. The third time, someone is out to get Larry.
It's a fucking pan. It's a fucking frying pan. If you so mad about this damn frying pan, what would happen if I knock you upside the head with this frying pan? Shit, it shit look like a buffer. Just scratch the nigga head with it. It's gonna get the stuff out. Easy.
It's here to sabotage Larry and the rest of the group. Who the hell is it, huh? Larry would call a house meeting, force all the students to sit down.
For a fucking frying pan? Oh my gosh. What the hell? What about all of us in the living room to get, like, all our shit together? Oh my gosh.
The top of his bald head is practically red. Every single thing I do is deliberate. Do you guys get that?
Benson.
There's no action that I take that I don't embrace as my own, that I would not put my signature on. Accountability. Do you know what that means? Do you? If you do something wrong, you have to be honest and be held accountable so that you can be a real person in the real world and live a decent life. So who scratched my pan?
Nigga.
He would tell the group, remember, you are the one that has hurt me. You are the hurter and I am the victim of your hurt. Mistakes need to be addressed and they will get addressed. Did you do this, Santos? Santos, I have a question for you. Did you damage my property?
No.
You are my friend. Larry, I didn't. Now, Santos, you did.
Bro, it's like he just chooses somebody and it's like you. Like, it's like he decided that that's their day. Like, literally, a pan can get a little hairline scrape from literally being moved from one area to another. Or if I burn it. Bro, sorry, I burnt the eggs. My bad. We haven't had your famous filet mignon, Larry, for the last 5 years. Hate this guy, bro.
I didn't. I don't even remember using. No. You remember. Think about it. Why don't you stop lying? Why would you do this to me? Do I deserve this? What kind of person does this kind of stuff?
And remember, he keeps going, and he'll keep going until you just admit it. And it's not even the admit it so you can get it over with. It's like he wants you to admit something, and you think you're probably trying to just, like, you know, take accountability and give you what he asked for. No, that's not. No, after that, he's just gonna beat you. Like, it's just like, it's like the putting somebody, like, cornering somebody into something and then literally punishing them for, like, no. What the fuck?
Santos would sit there with all the eyeballs on him, and he's so lost. I mean, he used the pan a long time ago. He kind of remembers using it, but the scratch on there, maybe it was formed when he was putting it away in an accident. What? Or maybe he repressed the memory.
Bro.
Like he did with all of his trauma.
Bro, this is not trauma.
Maybe you're right. No. Yeah, no, you're right. I did do that. And I'm sorry. And like you said, it's not the objects that are important. It's what they mean to the person who owns them. Exactly. Do you feel that I'm holding you accountable?
Was he, like, fighting people in jail for frying pans or something?
Yeah. And how does that feel? It feels good. It feels good. Thank you, Larry. Everyone in the room would smile, and Larry would pat him on his back. You did great. You're being honest, straightforward, and you're being forthcoming. This is a breakthrough. So for the first few times, Larry was holding them accountable and they felt like adults. But by the third time, Larry would scream at them, force them to write detailed written confessions. One from Claudia reads, Larry has stuck by me through years of me confronting my own demons. We were all angry, frustrated, looking for our parents' attention for one reason or another. We all took it out on Larry and Talia. The apartment is such an unbearable mess that it's impossible to move without tripping over something. But we broke things on purpose, hid things on purpose, threw important papers out, hid food so that it would get moldy. We did anything we could to delay and sabotage Larry's efforts. Some examples include,
well, he obviously is not making no efforts. It's 6 of y'all in a 1-bedroom. Like, what? What type of efforts what?
breaking Larry's $8,000 stove, throwing his power tools on the floor, ruining Talia's Loro Piana sweaters. Yeah. We scraped the bottom of a $500 pot with a wire steel brush so that it would get ruined.
Why?
To which everyone remembers Larry screaming about this pot that they allegedly kept ruining. He would scream, "You owe me for that. That's an all-clad from Williams-Sonoma. Get on your laptop and look at how much that..."
Slim, I don't give a fuck if this was a on-cloud whatever. I don't care if it was signed by Martha Stewart herself. It's a fucking pan. Yo, why are you buying all this expensive shit? You could have used this to at least get us a bigger place. At least. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, what? Like, at this point, I'm already, like, at nauseum about all this nasty shit he's doing. Now I'm just looking at him being mad about some overly priced shit. Fuck. The egg's gonna taste the same if it's on a $20 pot or a $500 pot. Is it non-stick? Is it stainless steel? Get the fuck out of here about these damn pots, boy. Like, shit.
That costs right now. Tri-ply stainless steel. Make sure you find it.
What exactly is going on with these pods? Is you getting scratches for no reason?
I guess it could be from Larry.
Oh.
But
That's
they're
what
like
I'm
hairline
saying.
scratches. It could have been there all
fuck?
along.
Nigga geeking about a fucking $500 pot. It was $8,000 stove. Well, a Glock 17 cost $650. So, if you're thinking I'm stealing and breaking shit, how about I steal some of that money and get one of them and just end all this shit right now? Because this is crazy. This is really crazy. I would say I'm really surprised that none of them like actually like cracked and just like just like lashed out on them. Like, wow. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It says the pot is $200. Not for the pot. The whole set. $1,200? That's not right. It was $1,800 when I bought them. I don't forget things. Do I ever forget things? And now, that would be at least $1,800 that you owed Larry. And you never want to be in debt with Larry. Santos's mom is technically the one that all her friends are jealous about. She and her husband immigrated from the Dominican Republic. They have 3 kids, and all 3 kids, I mean, incredible schooling.
Hey, shout out to them.
Harvard undergrad, Columbia Med School.
Okay.
Middle child, Columbia. Youngest, Santos, Sarah Lawrence.
Okay.
Their family is the success story everyone in their hometown in the Dominican Republic talks about.
Nice.
And one day, Santos rushes into his mom's work. He ignores everybody that's waving at him. He just rushes up to his mom. He's purely panicked. Mommy, I need money. I need to pay Larry for something I broke. House stuff. I need money now, please. Santos's mom is staring at his eyes. I mean, she had never seen him like this. He just looks so utterly desperate. I don't have any money until I get paid, Santos. I need money. I need money right now.
Sorry,
Let me see what I can do.
Oh
She asks her boss for an early lunch, and she grabs Santos, her purse, and they walk a few blocks in silence to a local pawn shop. She reaches up to her ear, puts her earring on the glass table.
Oh, no.
Her other one, and then her necklace. Her most sentimental earthly possessions would be pawned for just $750.
Oh, my gosh.
She didn't know it yet, but her son had taken out loans, opened up credit cards, racked up debt to pay back Larry for property damage.
How much was total? Do you know?
$48,000.
This is fucking sick.
Starting?
For what?
Larry would have Santos write down a list of everything that he had damaged, and it was practically anything that he came in contact with in the entire apartment.
Bro, what?
And he would believe it or he would do it because Larry would keep these kids awake for 48 hours at a time. Because remember, he controlled when they sleep and what they eat. Most of the time, he was starving them, keeping them sleep deprived, exhausting them with these very long-winded, emotionally draining lectures and therapy sessions where they have to dig into their psyche and come up with these memories that were repressed as them being assaulted as children.
Bro, why does he keep going back to this? Like, this is...
They had no mental guards up, no barriers up at this point.
So at that point, he's like, you owe me $48,000.
And Santos is like, okay, I will drop out of college and get a job. He drops out of college to get a job.
This is crazy.
So is he doing this for the money, for the $48,000, or a lot of it just for control and manipulation?
It's a little bit. For Santos is really the only one that's paying him.
Okay, so everyone else is not paying him money.
Why
Not
is he
much.
focusing on Santos?
It's more so the humiliation and the control.
So with Santos too, this is mostly for the control and humiliation.
Yeah. Larry would get so riled up that, one time he would grab one of his sharpest knives. He would start jabbing it in the air towards Daniel, who is bawling his eyes out on the kitchen floor. And he's flinging this knife around, screaming at Isabella, go line the tub with plastic now. I'm going to cut him up. Daniel felt in that moment, Larry was not lying. He was going to kill and dismember Daniel. He falls to his knees on the ground and he's just so broken. He's sobbing. He doesn't even know what to say. That is when Larry puts the knife down, picks him up, and wipes his tears off. If you trust me, Danny boy, and stop ruining my stuff and pay me back for what you've already ruined, you're going to be okay. You're going to be better than okay. But you need to trust me. You need to let go of fear before you can achieve clarity.
Nigga, you're waving a knife at me over some shit I didn't do. How can I trust that? Just because you told me about my trauma back in the day?
The punishments were escalating as well. Santos would just wake up in random positions. His body would be pretzeled on the ground. His head would be ringing. His vision would be blurry. And Larry would just be standing over him. He had put him in a chokehold until he passed out.
What?
The first thing Santos would hear from Larry when he came to would be, did darkness envelop you? He would just sit there and taunt Santos for being a, quote, trash hemorrhoid scum.
Why you call him a hemorrhoid? What the fuck?
And if that wasn't humiliating enough, Larry would force Santos to crawl around the apartment on all fours like a dog. If you brought home food, takeout for the family, and it had gone cold because he sent you to a restaurant that's like 50 minutes away, Larry would accuse you of trying to sabotage everything that he's done and add that to your debt. $1,000 for emotional distress. He would grab you by the face and slam you onto this ground. By this point, everybody was too scared to leave, but also they felt grateful that after every horrible, traumatic thing that they did and went through as kids, why would anyone want to be around them? Why would anybody want to help? They were just thankful that Larry saw potential in them.
Yeah, and seeing that potential, this is insane.
So is this like years later now?
This is like junior and senior year.
Damn.
Oh, so they're still going to school
Yes.
while doing this.
Damn.
Now, one of the worst nights in the apartment was Daniel had been accused of distracting Talia on purpose so that she would be late for her law school application. So this would be senior year. For that, Daniel would have to pay. Larry is holding up this contraption that he put together. It looked like a plastic snake. I imagine the way to make this invention of his is to get cling wrap, plastic foil, the ones that you use to wrap dishes that need to be saved, right? Lay it down on the kitchen counter, grab aluminum foil, rip out a large piece, start sectioning them off into smaller pieces, and roll them into very tight aluminum balls. And then he would put them equal distance apart on the plastic wrap in a single file line. Then he would roll the plastic wrap up like a piece of sushi. I mean, technically, cling wrap alone, aluminum foil alone doesn't seem too bad. But now Larry's smiling, looking at everyone, holding up this long, thin, makeshift rope. This is a garage. I often had to improvise torture devices in the course of my intelligence career, and this is a very effective one. So you know how serious this is, Danny. You're going to tell me exactly why you were driven to sabotage Talia's law school applications. He then forces Daniel to wrap the plastic and aluminum foil around his privates. Give me the ends. Until Daniel gave Larry the answer he wanted, Larry would pull tighter and tighter, and it's like a guessing game. What does Larry want this time? Does he want an apology? Does he want to see you break down? Does he want some strange backstory? Does he want confirmation? One time, Larry wouldn't stop until Santos admitted that he wanted to kill Talia and disfigure her entire face for breaking up with him.
What?
Eventually, Larry would grab a knife from the kitchen counter, slice it in front of Daniel's face, not cutting him, but getting really close. Nobody had ever seen him this serious before. And Daniel blurted out, "I found a baby bird in the driveway when I was younger." Larry stops. "When I was a kid, I found the baby bird, and it was so injured, so I picked it up, and it was in my hands, and then I just started crushing it, and I think that's when my trauma developed."
What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? What?
Larry pauses and smiles. This is what he wanted. He didn't know that Daniel had lied about the whole thing. He was just giving Larry exactly what he wanted to hear.
Oh, okay.
What does he want to hear? Just traumas?
Just
Story?
Just trauma? What?
The second Felicia, Larry's girlfriend from LA, steps into the one-bedroom apartment crammed with all these people living there, she can't help but feel like, I'm a Harvard, Columbia-educated physician who already started her psychiatric training. I'm going to be living in this whole apartment with these other people's crap everywhere. And because of tight spaces, or whatever bullshit reason Larry is coming up with, Felicia finds out the day she moves to New York City that she's not going to be sleeping with her boyfriend alone. She said, "And I'm sleeping with Larry and this other woman, Isabella. It's going to be..."
Hey, fool, I ain't gonna lie to you. If she just start ego tripping, she deserves to do that. She doing all this nice stuff. She don't need to be subjected to this, bro. She don't. If she would have walked out, yes, please. What the heck?
The three of us in the bedroom, me, Larry, and Isabella, he did not allow us to sleep with clothes on. So we're all just naked in the bed.
This is
and Larry
odd.
would sleep in the middle, face up. Isabella and I are on each side. Isabella sleeps with her hand on his genitals. This is supposed to be my boyfriend. And then I'm sleeping with him and this girl has her hand all up on his stuff, and I'm just supposed to be okay. Larry would be like, "Oh, she's just more comfortable that way. I'm helping her through trauma. What's the big
No, she's not. No, she's not. He's just lying. You're just lying.
deal? Aren't you a smart, educated, liberated woman?" The whole situation.
Yeah, because I'm a liberated woman, that means I'm supposed to be okay with my boyfriend's other girlfriend clutching my balls, and she has to. Yeah, liberated. Yeah, that makes sense. What the fuck? What is wrong with Larry, bro?
Wasn't ideal. Felicia noticed how strange the actual apartment was. Not just their sleeping arrangements, but the fridge and freezer were padlocked. The only ones that could access food were Larry and Isabella.
This is sick.
Talia had moved out by this point to make room for Felicia. But still, there was no door handles on the bathrooms. I mean, you can't even fully shut it. Even if you manage to hold the door closed somehow, all someone has to do is bend down and stick their face into the gaping hole to see what you're doing.
Bro, there's no inspections of this place?
There was no privacy anywhere.
No maintenance
Felicia moves
inspections?
in a few weeks away from taking her exam, where she would become a fully licensed medical doctor. This would be the beginning of everything falling apart. Once she settles in, Larry takes her documents, the ones from residency that are very important for her future. He tears them up and throws them 150 feet out the window.
150 feet, what does that mean?
150 feet. What are you talking about?
Oh, because they're on like a high rise.
Fool. I don't know how Felicia kept her composure.
Just to the ground.
Oh.
And now she's stuck sleeping in the same bed as her boyfriend and a woman
Fool.
named Isabella, while her little brother, Santos, is sleeping on the floor in the living room. Felicia Rosario, Larry's girlfriend from LA, the Harvard and Columbia med school graduate, is Santos's oldest sister.
What are the
All
odds?
3 Rosario siblings, Felicia, the Harvard grad, Yalitza, the Columbia University student, and Santos, the Sarah Lawrence student, would all get brainwashed by Larry Ray.
Bro, what
First,
the
it
fuck?
was Santos, and very early on, he had asked his sister Yalitza to meet Larry.
Fool, what are the... well, the odds is he asked, but yo, what the shit, bro?
He could just tell Yalitza was not adjusting well to Columbia, and Larry had been so helpful with just helping everyone access their repressed memories and try to find healing. It's not weird. It's normal, you know? It's low commitment. Just visit Santos at the apartment that he lives in, meet Larry, his counselor.
Yeah, but what she doesn't know is that it only takes one conversation with Larry.
And when Yalitza walks in, the entire place is cluttered. But it's not filthy. It's just jam-packed. You really have to like balance on one foot before you take the next step to avoid stepping on something or someone.
So
there were so
cluttered?
many bodies in there, but Yalitza loved it. There was this chaoticness. In the kitchen, Larry would be cooking up steak. The TV is playing Cosmos. And in
Oh my
another corner,
gosh.
there's 2 kids debating things like the ship paradox. If a ship has all its parts gradually replaced over time, is it still the same ship? On the dining table, there's 2 college kids proofreading each other's law school applications. There's another kid in the corner reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. From the moment that she stepped foot into that apartment, she was in love with it.
Oh my
It feels
gosh.
like if you come from a family where you don't have family dinners and the house is always depressingly quiet, then you go over to your friend's house and there's always people around. The TV is playing, the parents are cooking, and there's sodas in the fridge. It feels so nice.
Oh,
On top of that,
I get it. I
Yalitza
get it.
felt really out of place at Columbia, but here, nobody's judging her.
Not
You
yet.
tell her, we're all here for the same reason as you are. We're working on figuring out who we are. There is something to be said about the fact that Larry is specifically going after college students with high education. I mean, surely there's a proximity factor where this is who he has access to through Talia. But Larry gets off on taking these highly intelligent, academically gifted kids with a lot of potential ahead of them,
breaking them
bending
down.
and breaking them until they're
Yeah.
nothing.
That's crazy.
Larry had Santos, he had Yalitza now, but he still wants Felicia Rosario.
Fool, it's really crazy because I'm sure it takes so much already breaking down to even get these certificates and these degrees and stuff. And now you're subjected to this man now. Like, oh my gosh. It's like
The eldest Rosario sibling, the one with the highest academic standing, is Larry's biggest catch. For weeks, he's waiting
Biggest
for
catch.
Felicia to visit her siblings from LA. He has this entire plan mapped out. People say Larry's like a chameleon. He can change into whatever you want him to be. And Felicia just wants someone to eat White Castle with. That was one of their first dates. After a few gatherings with the whole family, this was like one of their first dates alone. They would get burgers from White Castle. And just the 2 of them, no limo driver, no Isabella, no little brother, were
Just eat
parked on the
burgers.
side of the street, eating White Castle and watching the sunrise. The whole car smelled like greasy fries, but Felicia could not stop smiling. I mean, this was the moment that she realized, I'm going to marry this man. Her brother's ex-girlfriend's father. From that day forward, they would refer to each other as wife and husband.
oh my fucking goodness.
Some netizens found it strange that Felicia would fall in love with Larry so quickly, but I think the best way to describe it is, Imagine if Felicia studied painting her whole life. She's constantly surrounded by these other students who have gone to school to paint. And there are nonstop conversations about which colors go best in theory, with which pigments, which types of oil paints are used for what mediums. It's very technical and they're spectacular, the best of the best. But then one day she casually meets a guy and it feels like he was born to be an artist. Like he doesn't know the technical terms for the pigments and the canvases, but he just gets it.
I see.
It feels like he can at least keep up with her. Perhaps he can even teach her a new perspective. It's very exciting. He just knows so much about the human brain, about human psyche. So they do this whole long distance thing, and it starts with them on the phone talking to each other.
So I guess it just so happens like her, I guess, brain receptors were like wanting to be romantic with him or something. Listen, I'm not, okay.
Every single night. Most days they would talk to each other multiple times. Larry would give Felicia updates on how her younger siblings are doing, but slowly the conversations, they start getting more romantic, more sexual, until Larry is trying to tell her, you need to go to a bar and have sex with a man and record it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she did it or no?
Yes, and it would happen very slowly. First, it was how many people have you slept with? And I think the age thing also factors in. He just made it sound like you need to experiment more before you figure out what you want. He also played.
Okay, I just want to say, don't let nobody tell you what you need to do. Do whatever you want to do at your own pace. At your own pace. Don't let somebody say, oh, you just need to just fuck all these people. You don't. Because you don't even know if you would like that. So just do it at your own pace. Don't listen to these people telling you what to do. No, it's about no, you need to do this just because, no. It's just nasty.
A lot into the fact that they all go to good colleges. They're well educated. They must be liberated. They must be free thinkers and not bound by the traditional norms of society. He'd really tap into that.
Yeah, but no, you're free thinking away from that structure, but you're not free to think in this structure. Yeah, that's amazing. Free thinking, right? Yeah, that's definitely free thinking. Yeah. Yeah, being bound to something else. Fuck.
And Felicia would listen because, well, Larry is the only person there to protect her from the people that are trying to kill her. Santos and Yalitza are sitting in the living room in New York when Larry slams the door open and runs in. We got to get your sister out of LA.
Why?
What's wrong with Felicia? What happened? Is she okay? He puts his phone on speakerphone and they hear their sister sobbing like they've never heard her. This is their eldest sister in a not financially well-off immigrant family. She's practically a parental figure for them. She's the epitome of older sibling who has their life together, but she can barely talk right now. Hi, I'm crying because I'm so scared. They're going to do something to me. Santos and Yalitza are confused. Who is they? What are you scared about? Why is nobody answering us? Instead, Larry just shouts into the phone. You're not going to answer the door for anyone without me on the phone, okay? When they hang up, Santos and Yalitza are demanding, well, not demanding, you don't demand anything of Larry, but they're asking him to clarify what the hell is going on, and they keep getting these very vague answers. Felicia's been so scared, she's set up cameras all inside the apartment. She even gave Larry access online to watch her and keep her safe.
Oh my gosh.
She's been so paranoid, she won't even sleep in her room. She's dragged her mattress out to the living room, and the Rosario siblings are still like, that doesn't answer the question. But all Larry says is, Felicia is scared someone is in LA trying to come for her. They want to hurt her because she's dating me. It's unclear as to who these people even are, but it's very, very serious. It's life or death. In comes Operation Save Felicia.
Okay.
That's how she moves to New York City. It is the only place that she will be safe. Felicia is sitting on the black leather couch, and Santos, her little brother, is standing next to her, next to the couch. I mean, her hair is tangled. She lifts her arms up. She looks very distressed. She opens up her mouth, and Santos's right hand lifts up, and he slaps himself across the face as hard as he can.
Wait, what's happening?
Felicia is on the couch.
Everything is happening.
She's very frustrated. She's trying to get up. She's trying to talk, and every time she moves, Santos slaps himself across the face.
Her little brother slapping himself. Okay.
Felicia has a pretty visceral response to that. She cries out in frustration, in pain, and why is her little brother doing this to himself? But any single reaction Felicia would have, Santos would slap himself across the face again, because this is what Larry told him to do. Make sure Felicia does not leave that couch for 8 hours. Make sure she does not speak, does not make a sound, or else.
Fool. This is... I don't...
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah, Larry, yeah, you're definitely helping them, right? This is help? No, it's not help. You fucking demon.
It was Felicia or Santos, and both of them would lose to Larry. By the end of the day, Santos had stood there for 7 hours. His face was so swollen and red he was unrecognizable.
Oh my gosh.
A few weeks after that, Santos tried to self-exit. The 3 Rosario siblings are sitting in front of Larry. Do you remember your parents used to use a lot of cash to pay for things growing up?
Oh my gosh.
Each one of them nodded. I mean, it was making sense. Everything Larry was saying, their parents were running a drug-dealing empire back and forth from the Dominican Republic and the United States. That's why they always had cash on them.
What?
But not only that, Mr. Rosario, their father, he liked to essay his 2 daughters growing up.
What?
Now, I do want to disclaim, clearly this is all a lie. The Rosario parents run a small travel agency and a grocery store, and they had a lot of cash growing up, likely because they were probably getting paid under the table because they're immigrants. They're trying to find whatever job they can.
Okay.
They're not heroin dealers, and they did not essay anyone.
That's racist.
They're a disadvantaged immigrant family that worked hard to save enough money
Isn't that like mad fucking racist? Like what?
to buy a house in the Bronx and then proceeded to spend every last dime trying to give their kids the best education possible. But Larry doesn't care. He convinces them that their parents are evil, filthy, vile, disgusting beings, and they actually know Larry. The Rosario parents know Larry and want to kill him because he knows about their illegal dealings. Larry used to work for the CIA and the DIA. Of course he read the Rosario case files. He recognized Santos since day one. That's why he took him in like a wounded bird.
And then
The
took
Rosario siblings fully believe it. He would deprive them of sleep for multiple nights, put them through these 36-hour-long interrogations before convincing them that their parents were pure evil. They used to be incredibly close with their parents before Larry. Felicia would talk to her mom at least once a day.
That's crazy.
But now the siblings refuse to talk to their parents. Mrs. Rosario would say a little prayer before bed every single night. We pray our children come back safe wherever they may be. We put our hopes in you, God. $200,000. That's how much the siblings would get from their parents to give to Larry. They would.
What do you mean? Why?
Because they owed Larry for property damage and for all these things that he claimed that they did to him.
Bro, not that much property gets damaged. Like, this shit is crazy.
At one point, he accuses them of trying to poison him. And the Rosario siblings feel like it's not even money that their parents should have. It's blood money. It's heroin money. Of course they deserve it and need to give it back to Larry because they're trying to kill Larry because he knows what they're doing.
Wow.
Their parents, they sold their house.
Oh my gosh.
They sold their house to pay this money for their kids. They look so desperate. They flew back to the Dominican Republic to get loans, to beg friends for money. Yalitza said she wasn't thinking about her parents at that point because they were evil to her. All she thought was, maybe if we can just get some money for Larry, he'll love us again. Maybe it'll be enough this time. Maybe we still have a chance to be happy.
Fool, this is a mess.
That would not happen because Felicia starts
goodness.
descending into madness. It's been described as a regression into a childlike state. There's multiple video clips. It's heavily documented. Even when she was still in LA, there's an audio clip of Larry harassing her on the phone, convincing her that there's scary, powerful people out there that are going to come get her. And she just sounds purely exhausted. And he would be screaming, do you want to die? I'm here trying to help you, you know? There's scary people out there, Felicia. Right now, we are under attack. People are trying to kill us.
Fuck.
In a video on the couch, Felicia is bawling her eyes out, and Larry tells her, Felicia, you lost control a minute ago. Yes, I did. You're screaming at the top of your lungs. You said you're terrified. Why are you terrified?
Bro, because you're screaming in her face and doing all this stuff. Like, Bro, this shit is a mess, bro. This nigga needs to go. How many years did he do in jail?
Because I'm afraid the people back in California, they told me if I didn't do what they wanted me to do, they were going to send people to kill me. It was people my parents have known for a long time. Is this true or are you making this up? No, I'm not making it up. I swear. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'm so certain. I know that in my deepest, I know that deep down, I know that they will kill me. They will kill me. Your parents? Yes, my parents will kill me or they'll send people to kill me. I know that. I'm not making it up. I swear to God. I swear to God. Oh my God, this is a nightmare.
I just want to be alone right now. I'm sorry that I hurt you.
This nigga
I just
eating?
want to be alone. Then Just let me be.
Larry made sure that even if Felicia were to get proper sleep, food, and be in the right headspace, that she would start realizing none of this makes sense. Larry made sure that if that day ever came, she would have nothing to go back to. He took sick pleasure in ripping apart her life that she sacrificed everything for. There's a video of Felicia sitting at a dining table, and she looks like she's having some sort of life-shattering realization. Her hair is a mess, it's unbrushed. One side of her face, her eye is super swollen, like she's been punched or someone slammed her head into something. Her mouth is open. She slowly closes it and looks down at the table like she's about to start crying. And Larry keeps questioning her. What's going on, Felicia? Are you still there? What just happened? Did you realize something? Did you realize something? Yes. What is it? You want to tell us? I hate being irresponsible. The truth is, I hate being irresponsible. That's not good. What have you done now, huh? It's not my character at all. What's going on? Hello? What's been going on? Can you tell me?
Bro, can this nigga
My
shut
medical
up?
degree. I could lose it. Effectively, I can tell you that you've lost it. This behavior has gone too far, Felicia. That's the truth. Now, Felicia, I'm only 31 years old, and I can show you still that I can still be responsible. That has nothing to do with your medical degree, and I have nothing to say about your medical career. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the state licensing board. You know that. Well, I can still behave, Larry, and I will show you that I can still behave. Felicia? Yes? You need to shut up.
And I will show you that I can still behave.
Felicia,
Yes.
you can shut up.
And the video cuts.
Fuck.
Soon after this, Larry would force her to send an email to the dean of Columbia Medical School, the dean of the school that she graduated from. The email reads, I graduated from Columbia with a medical degree in 2011. I'm writing today to have my degree revoked as I am in serious violation of the Hippocratic Oath that I took upon graduating. I've been intentionally, maliciously, and fanatically out to hurt others and destroy their lives as much as I can. I've done nothing but shameful and hurtful things, especially to the people who have most cared for me. He made her send that, and every single day, he would hold the videos that he forced her to take of herself having relations with strangers. He would throw them in her face and tell her, I will put this on the internet. I will personally send this to the medical licensing board, and you will never practice medicine again. You think I don't know people in powerful places? I know almost all the top general surgeons at all the top hospitals. I personally know the dean of Columbia. I was a CIA informant. Are you kidding me? I knew Gorbachev.
You keep bringing up this man. Ugh.
In another video, Felicia is screaming, begging Larry to help her, and she's screaming, please save me from myself, save me from myself.
Bro,
and he
this
asks
isn't
her in the
you,
video,
bro.
what do you want? And she screams, I just want to be able to go back to work and be happy and fine. Please, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Please, Larry, I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here. In other videos, she would tell Larry, I don't want to throw myself away because I love you and I want to stay with you always and forever. These little videos were like Larry's little trophies.
Ew, yep.
One night, Larry would slam open the window to the 15th floor apartment. He's holding a hammer and screaming at Santos. Look, it's very simple. You leap like a frog. Why don't you guys, you and Felicia, hold hands and jump together? It'd be so cute. Do you know how cute that would be if you both jumped? It'll be over in a second. In total, Larry's victims would attempt to self-exit at least 12 times during their time with Larry.
Slim, what the fuck?
But Daniel would get out after graduating because he had been trying to understand his sexuality for a very long time when he was with Larry. And Larry, knowing that, on Thanksgiving Day, would force Daniel to put on one of Isabella's mini dresses, go downstairs in front of people, walk around, and then when he got back up, Larry was red in the face, mad at Daniel for whatever other thing that he forgot to do. And he would taunt, look at yourself, Danny. How does it feel to wear a dress? Are you still confused about your sexuality, huh? Look at yourself. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Bro, this nigga is. I gotta see how many years in prison. He in prison. He definitely in prison. Put this nigga under the like. What
Let's
is
see about that.
What?
He would tell Isabella to grab one of her biggest intimate toys that she had. She always had like this duffel bag of intimate toys that she kept around the house. And he would say, give it to Danny. Now, Danny, let's settle this once and for all. You're going to place that you know where. And if you like it, we'll know you're gay. Simple enough, right?
What?
That night, Daniel was forced to do things with the device while wearing a dress. Things he clearly did not consent to, all the while his friends were forced to watch.
Okay, yeah, this was not in the. Oh my gosh.
And Larry was taking photos of him. Claudia would later say about
What?
that picture that Daniel is staring right into the camera. His eyes, he looks panicked. His eyes are questioning. He's very scared. She said, it's not a look I've ever seen on someone's face before. And after that, Daniel walked up onto the rooftop, climbed on the water tank, and he just laid at the top. The surface was really smooth, and he knew that if he moved a few inches to one side, he could easily slip right off, and then none of this would matter anymore and everything would be okay. But he sits up and he says, I sat there looking at the city, and it was beautiful. To me in that moment, it felt like I had gotten out of a mental prison, and all I wanted to do was leave. I took my stuff after that, and I had no plans to ever come back. And he just assumed that all the others, they would have their wake-up moment someday. But 6 years later, April 2019, a New York magazine article would go viral titled The Stolen Kids of Sarah Lawrence.
Oh, fuck.
Daniel realized his friends did not get out soon after. It got so much worse in the next 6 years. The New York magazine expose on Larry Ray and his college cult starts off by exposing Larry's long list of lies. First, Larry's whole identity, his whole personality was based on being a Marine. He created these little Marine-based operations around the house. Their morning routine was supposed to be a boot camp, but Larry was never in the Marines.
What?
He did serve in the military, the Air Force, for a total of 19 days before he was dishonorably discharged for reasons unknown.
What?
But not all of Larry's lies were straight up lies, like the Marines one. He knew a lot of the top generals in the Marines. He was friends with them. So there was truth. I don't know how he was friends with them, but he was.
What?
Yeah. The article states what made Larry exceptional is the way he expertly mixed connections to top officers in the U.S. Marine Corps with...
Also, isn't dishonorably discharged like one of like the worst things that can happen to somebody in the military?
lies and embellishments. So it was always a half-truth, half-lie. He would say he met Gorbachev, and you're like, that's crazy, you're a little liar. And then he would show you a picture with him having dinner with Gorbachev, meeting other people with Gorbachev, with Rudy Giuliani with Gorbachev.
The fuck?
Larry did know Rudy Giuliani, Bernie Kerik, the New York police commissioner, and even Gorbachev. He did receive a letter from NATO about his efforts to help negotiate the end of the Kosovo War.
Okay.
He just lied about how involved he was.
What?
A NATO official said, I do remember him being around. He was connected and may have made some calls for us, as did many others at the time. I wrote a letter to anyone who was even remotely involved. Quite a professional way of saying Larry maybe called someone once in a while, but like his impact was minimal. Larry also convinced Talia that her mom was abusive and that she was essayed by members from that side of the family, which we're going to go more in depth on part 2.
There's
but
a
all
part
of that was
two?
denied by CPS and Talia's
There's a part 2 to this?
younger sister. Talia's mom and her side of the family were cleared of any wrongdoing, and custody was given to her mom.
Oh, wow.
Larry was even ordered to undergo a psychological examination in 2005 during the custody battle. The psychiatrist wrote in the report, literally impossible to evaluate. His power and control are exhibited through the process of wearing down the other person to the point of sheer exhaustion.
Yeah, I can see.
Mr. Ray has the control. He is able to manipulate and control almost any situation in which he finds himself, including a psychological interview with a forensic examiner. No matter how experienced the examiner may be, Larry is very good at what he does. He can be utterly charming, and one can be disarmed by his childlike simplicity and smile. But make no mistake, Mr. Larry is no child. He is a calculating, manipulative, and hostile man.
Yeah,
Basically,
and
the
bald.
psychologist is saying, we can't examine this man because you ask him a question trying to get an examination, and he will just exhaust you, going on these ramblings until
Hey,
you
bro.
are so tired. You
He's like the fucking Terminator. What?
cannot continue.
Wow.
What?
He will go on ramblings. He will never answer the question. And he's got so much energy. And he's so manipulative. The article, Stolen Kids of Sarah Lawrence, would get the attention of the NYPD Crimes Unit and the FBI. But
Oh.
by then, it would be too late. Larry was no longer living in the one-bedroom apartment, accusing college kids of breaking his oven. He would start a multi-million-dollar trafficking ring, catering to the wealthy elite businessmen in New York City.
What the fuck?
And one of the cult members will not make it out alive. And I will discuss all of that in part 2. But
What?
please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one.
There's a part 2 to this shit? Oh my gosh. What? Okay. Fuck, my head hurts. I feel like I got like a secondhand exhaustion by this man. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel so bad for these kids, bro. Well, these young adults. What you mean you can't evaluate him? I didn't even know that was a possibility that someone is invaluable. Also, I'm really like, I just got a bunch of like questions. Like, one, how did nobody just say this around campus? And just like, I just still got so much more questions. Is this just an effect of encountering Larry? Like, what the fuck? Like, huh? I ain't gonna lie to you. I said what I said about like watching the doc, but I promised there's a lot more in here. Have y'all heard about this story? Like, it's really crazy how there are like people in this world who have these powers and just use them for utmost evil. I can't even just fathom this. This man really did all this. Fuck this dude. I have to check to see if there's a part 2, but nah, fuck this guy. This nigga, did he go to jail? Like, hold on. What's his name? Lawrence Ray? Where is he? What'd he get? Thank you. 60 years in prison. Thank you. Damn. Finally, somebody did some shit. Man, oh my gosh. I kind of want to see some of this discourse and like what people were saying. Cause like, who are they speaking to? Were they talking about like Talia? I don't know. What the fuck, bro? Have y'all heard about this story? Like, if y'all got some updates, can y'all let me know? Cause what the frick? Like, this is some unfathomable stuff. I really thought I was about to pass out towards the end, and she over here talking about I'll say this in part 2. What? Please, y'all, let me know what you think about this, and we can have some talks in the comments. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on this. I guess I didn't. Damn, bro, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, y'all, please have a good day. This just stressed me out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hope y'all weren't as stressed out. I hope. If so, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to these young people, bro. This is crazy.